want to get going with this in the effort of things lining up properly. Because if we skip this week, the earliest we can play next is the 5th, and then there's no way in fuck I'm getting half of you on the 19th. So, we will keep going with this. If Nathan wakes up, he is free to hop in and join us. Otherwise, we will keep going for now. So, last time on Dragon Ball Z, you all woke up from the TPK in a cave, and bumblefucked your way out after the voices in all of your schizophrenic heads helped you escape. You regrouped with each other, grabbed all your gear, met a new tiny level 1 friend, and after being cornered after an encounter with a couple of kobolds, you fled while being chased by 2 of Reese's siblings, only to be saved at the last moment by the jester, sorry, waiting below on the open waters, who seems interested in meeting up with you guys again on dry land. So, we're going to pick up with you guys making a landing for the canyon that he was gesturing towards and that you were originally trying to escape to. And we'll pick up with Reese landing and people sliding off him onto the muddy, rocky terrain below.
Reese is going to gently let Molt roll out of his mouth. It's okay, Molt. You're fine.
Just hyperventilating in the fetal position.
It's okay. Calm down.
Roll me a diplomacy check.
Oh my god. Performance -2. So 37.
Yeah, I think that got him. So, after a moment, he seems to slow his breathing a bit and squint his eyes and look over in your direction and say, where are we? Why are the torches so bright?
Oh. Oh. We're outside.
He just kind of like squints and like his eyes flutter a little bit, not used to the bright light. What happened to? But he seemed very upset with you.
Sibling argument.
See. And he just kind of scans around to see him. Is he still here?
No.
Okay.
Reese is gonna settle down and loaf.
Yep. So he'll just be scanning around very confused for a bit as everybody waits for a moment as the gesture pulls the boat up onto shore, and then uh, once he's landed, he just seems to pick it up for a moment, uh, and as he does so, it shifts into a tiny little wooden trinket that he slips into his pocket and starts heading over in your direction.
Can you explain what just happened?
What part in particular are you looking for?
All of it?
How are you alive, for starters?
Yeah, let's start with that.
That is a good question.
How are we all alive?
I think one informs the other, but let's start with you specifically, Mr. Jester. We saw you get snapped in half by Tiamat.
And then I imagine shortly afterwards you all saw each other die to varying extents. Am I correct?
Correct.
Yes.
So, do you recall what Tiamat holds domain over?
Can I?
Do I remember that? I know I've had this conversation before.
Uh, roll me a wisdom saving throw.
Okay, because I thought I talked about this with Brianna or someone. 40.
Oh, yeah, that'll do it. Yes, you recall that she holds dominion over negative emotions, corrupted souls, and nightmares.
Reese will relay that.
So that was just an illusion.
Or a dream?
In a sense, think of it like a walking nightmare. Though, to be fair, if she wanted you all dead, you very much would have died when you died in that dream.
Okay. So, next question: why are there Tiamats flying around in our heads?
An unfortunate extension of the circumstances that we are trying to resolve here. Tomas and Reese might not have noticed it earlier, but a similar effect was already ongoing with them before they arrived here. And it seems that she took the opportunity to apply a similar effect to you all.
Okay, so she's just trying to take over the souls. Then yeah, as is her domain, I guess. Okay.
Were you able to find anything before you were forced to make that daring escape that I witnessed?
Uh,
Uh,
what exactly were you hoping for? We found some void steel, and I found these arrowheads that give me a headache.
He just kind of looks at the arrowheads for a moment and said, I would recommend not holding that against your flesh directly.
Reeves just looks at him, looks down at them as they're in his bare hands, and then just gingerly tosses them back into his bag of holding.
If you're asking if we found anything to fix Tiamat's control over us, no, we didn't.
As I expected to some extent, especially considering who was watching over the prison where you were brought. So it seems we'll just have to go off what I was able to find while she was busy with you all then. So I imagine by this point, none of you remember the plan.
No. The folks in our heads mentioned you visiting them, and that apparently we had made a plan and that we were bound to forget it.
Good.
yeah.
And the failsafes worked as expected. Just so we're all on the same page, and he starts rummaging through his bags. The plan was for me to send you all in with one of my simulacrums to see if you would be able to get past her defenses without me serving as a beacon to your location directly, but it seems that she was already on edge for some sort of infiltration by us.
Hmm.
Uh,
Given that possibility, we came to a certain arrangement.
could that have something to do with the corrupted Silver Order that we fought shortly before trying to break into the warehouse?
Not directly, no. That is just a result of her applying her influence using the drugs that she has been smuggling. But it does serve as a good example for what a long-term exposure will do to one. I don't recommend.
I remember we did find all sorts of stuff in the warehouse before things went to hell, but nothing
It's
probably
hard
terror
to
related.
say. It's hard to say exactly where the effects of her domain would have started to take a hold over you. What was real and what was a figment of the world she pulled you into. But for clarity, the easiest way to say it is you all were under the effect of a minor geos. A protection in case she tried to infiltrate your minds and subdue you or pull any information from you. We used to use it in the precipice infiltration agents when exposed to, we'll call them magically enhanced interrogation techniques that pry into the mind. What looks like a normal mental barrier, when shattered, has a secondary effect that goes off, wiping certain memories from the mind. In this case, the extent of plan with your initial infiltration. Given the reaction from her brood, I don't imagine that she realized that she likely only killed a simulacrum instead of the real thing. But I imagine that surprise will be long gone by the time we next encounter her.
Oh, just for a quick recap, I'm gonna use Lana words for this. The plan was to basically wipe our brains of anything that they could actually use, kill a decoy, and then that was gonna protect us from getting messed up by Tiamat.
Yes, give you a chance to infiltrate one of her other facilities more directly in case you did get captured. And if you did not get captured, no harm done. But in this case, it seems more of the former than the latter. And given the fact that she thought I was dead for some period of time, it gave me the opportunity to look at some of the other installations along the outskirts of the island while you were preoccupied.
Yeah, Lana. So it seems that this was more meant to be, at the very absolute least, a simple probe.
Hmm.
Check her defenses. Potentially get the job done, and failing that, do what we can to defend you and prepare for a second attempt with more information available to us.
Certainly a hell of a way to case a joint. I'll give you that much.
One has to take certain unique methods into consideration, considering the foes we are dealing. Luckily, Tiamat behaved as we all expected. If nothing else, she seems rather eager to try to get as many willing bodies under her control as she is able to at the moment.
Oh, what's the plan now?
Plan hasn't really changed, just a matter of execution. Luckily, while you were all disposed, I took the opportunity to do some scouting of my own. and he gestures towards this outcrop over here. Perhaps we should take the opportunity to treat your wounds while we go over all of this. It might take some time to make proper preparations. We wouldn't want to be caught out in the open.
Sounds good to me.
Yep.
Especially if we've got two angry siblings coming after us.
So, following the gesture's lead, you all carefully begin to head up towards the cavern up here in the back. Can't really squeeze you all in there in the map, but you are all inside the cave with rock overhead.
Reese has shifted back so it's not a tight squeeze.
If anybody wants to do any sort of healing or refocusing, you are free to do so during this part.
Yeah, Mika
Ow.
can treat people if that's the quickest way.
Mhm.
Let me check Lana's vote. I think she used one of. I think she used like her free key punch, but other than that, oh, she still has all 3 focus points. Never mind.
Yeah, you might just need to refocus to regain that free one.
Yeah, what she'll do is she'll just use wholeness of body and then sit down to refocus for 10 minutes.
Gotcha.
Who does
So,
Mika need to
Mika,
patch?
it's just you, Tomas, and Reese that need patching.
Okay. I'll do a
Uh,
DC 30, I think was my notes for medicine checks.
yeah, I think Master's DC 30 if you're going for that.
Yeah.
There we go.
30 healing.
That's no my DC, my actual 48 plus 30, I think is what I've got. That's what I've got written down for a 30 DC.
That sounds about right to me.
I tried to make notes so I'd quit asking.
Yeah. It's weird with a lot of the small bonuses.
There you go.
Fucking hell yeah.
So 45 healing.
I will take that gladly.
Boop. Boop.
Boop, 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 boop.
Boop. Alright. So, as you guys are sitting down, the jester looks over all of you and says, how familiar are you all with the process that was utilized to create the Silver Order?
Not.
We got broad strokes.
Yep. Take a soul, train them. Basically just kind of convert them. That's about the long and short of it that we know.
To go a bit more into detail, to become a member of the Silver Order is to open oneself up to a direct connection to Ethos or one of his subordinates, to allow them to empower the mortal body with extra essence of divinity, empowering them far beyond their mortal limits, at least for the duration of the connection.
So they're partaking of his domain then?
Yes, that's how you see some of the extraordinary abilities that some of them display, such as flight or control over arcane fire, or magics beyond your mere mortal.
No kidding.
This was a failsafe that was designed into the mortal body. They recreated all of your vessels. It requires a willing connection to be made, so it cannot be forced upon a mortal, as was decreed by Brienne.
Yeah, well, sucks that the mortal brain is victim to propaganda, but what can you do?
So are you saying that whatever Tiamat's doing, it's the same thing?
Yes, in a sense, this drug that she's been distributing abuses the failsafe and allows her to make a similar connection. If you'll recall, the mixture is a combination of blood from Eadras and the greater sin of lust, I believe.
I'm guessing the consent is taking the mixture then.
Not exactly. Lust, if nothing else, was a supremely powerful incubus of sorts. And for those less involved in more illicit activities, incubus and succubus blood is commonly used to create a number of substances, the most common and diluted of which forces feelings of physical attraction under various circumstances. Not to say what the more refined versions can do to one's psyche.
Did you make magical roofies?
Hey, I didn't do anything. Tiamat did it.
Tiamat did
Matt
it.
made magical.
Nathan.
Hello?
Hey, sleepyhead.
Nathan.
We're just getting exposition.
Nathan.
Nathan.
Hello.
There he is.
Hello.
I wrote
Uh,
magical roofies in my notes.
Yep. To catch you up, we went up to the cave with Magical Clown Man, and he started expositioning at the party based off what he found while you guys were distracted. Well, you guys were distracting Tiamat's forces, rather. You were essentially probing to see her defenses. You got caught, and the magical failsafe that the jester put in your brains prevented her from controlling you completely, as well as erased your memory of the plan, so she couldn't just brain probe you to figure out what was going on. And then we are learning that Tiamat's inventing magical roofies to force people to worship her.
Well, let's
So,
see.
so imagine what one might do if, in combination with that, tainted with draconic blood of Tiamat's lineage, served as both an anchor to connect her to them spiritually and a directing force for the effects of said drugs.
Wait, can you say that bit again?
He said, "What would happen? What do you think would happen if the draconic blood in that would both serve as an anchor to her connecting to them, and as a directional focus for the effects of the drugs?"
Uh, sounds like she would have mass direct control over people.
Yeah, that's kind of what I think too, right?
Yes, the effect seems to be a heavy compulsion to push one towards worshipping and submitting oneself to Tiamat, thus allowing her to bypass the fail-safe and begin corrupting them in her own ways.
You know, compared to the God Seal, the whole protection against corruption thing feels a whole lot less thought out and a lot less comprehensive. Kind of shows the priorities.
She just found the proper tool for it.
You can't really blame this for slipping through, considering she has part of Brianna's domain that she's corrupted.
Eh,
Yes, that is the unfortunate workaround to it. Normally, one needs influence from one of the Trinity. It
That would
wasn't
do it.
expected that Tiamat would gain both knowledge and the ability to access it with only a shard herself.
Quick aside, this uh this how to phrase it? Um, this port where uh Ethos can Ethos, or in this case Tiamat, can sort of insert the parts of their domain. Um, is that just open to those of the Trinity, or can the other gods utilize it?
The others can utilize it through one of the Trinity.
I see.
I imagine that is how your connections were opened with your gods. Back when you traveled with Brianna. That seems to be the sense she is giving.
She can't. So if the Silver Order are getting their correct connection directly to Ethos, and she's corrupted them, does she have a direct line to Ethos that way?
As far as I can tell, she's overriding the connection.
Ah. So she can't just. She can't use it to move directly against another god.
No, she can sever the existing connection and contain the energy they already provided to a Silver Order Knight, but she cannot seem to be making them directly with the domains under her control.
Right?
Unfortunately, given the manner of this corruption, once somebody has been fully tempered by this process and given them over, there isn't exactly a way to purge it directly without another one of the Trinity intervening. With those still unaffected by the end results, such as you may be able to eventually purge it from your bloodstream. Perhaps by if you were to, for example, place all the blood in your body, it should purge you of the toxins to an extent where it would no longer be a concern for you, but for those already tempered.
That's a pretty tall ask.
Exactly.
Is there a machine for that?
Certain magically enhanced surgeries have been able to perform it in the past. It isn't a simple procedure, but it is documented in a number of places.
Cornelius needs to make us magical dialysis machines.
Don't like that.
Ethos may be able to reclaim those in his domains with this knowledge, but and he kind of glances over all of you. I imagine, considering your past actions, you're not exactly keen to hand everybody under your protection to Ethos.
Not particularly, but if Brianna could maybe facilitate that, we would probably be a bit more amenable. Though I doubt we'll get to see her.
And he just pauses for a moment and says, as much as she wishes to intervene on this matter, she is being kept from involvement by forces outside of her own control. And as but a shard, I don't contain enough power to facilitate that kind of change myself, not without utilizing means similar to how Tiamat did.
Okay, so our options are either magical surgery or allowing ethos into our bodies.
Honestly,
There is a
depends on
third.
Mm-hmm.
The extent of what Tiamat did was to open others to her continual corruption. If we were to remove Tiamat from the equation, it would no longer be an issue.
Great, so just kill Tiamat. That's easy.
Seal
Just do
Tiamat.
it.
Tomas is scared. He'll be like, there'll be one god down.
Yeah, that seems super easy. I think that I speak for all of us when I say that's obviously the best plan.
We don't necessarily have to kill Tiamat to get her out of the picture.
No, and let's just say there is only one way to kill Tiamat, and I highly doubt it will ever occur. But there are ways to displace her.
Out of curiosity, do you know that one way of killing her?
Yes,
Are you willing to share that one way of killing her?
Brianna would have to kill her first daughter herself.
Yeah, that's probably not happening.
Tomas just have a thoughtful look on his face.
Even corrupted as she is, Tiamat is still one of the most ancient creatures currently on the mortal plane, and one that has considerable domain over her own soul. The best we can do is scatter it as far as we can.
And I imagine you have a plan for that.
It'll take considerable time. If we could get her close for long enough, I could try to tap into Brianna's domain directly. I believe you saw something similar with her previously. From the memories that she has shared with me, I recall you once running into a very powerful demon early on in your adventures. It could be
Oh,
similar to that.
so we're going to do a souped up version of that banishment spell.
Correct. I will banish her physical form away and scatter her soul as far as I can across the mortal plane. With any luck, it'll take her decades, if not centuries, to fully recuperate from that, and even longer to regain her power enough to become a problem.
Well, that sounds like a problem for next millennia's heroes.
Such is the fate of those dealing with Tiamat. And while it is a possibility, I won't exactly say it will be easy.
Well, it would solve all of the current issues with her in one fell swoop. I personally like it, but our probe didn't exactly go over well.
Yeah, even just buying time against Tiamat seems like a little bit of an ask.
Your probe at least gave us an idea of what exactly she's prepared her domain for, and ways for, at the very least, me to counteract its effects on you. This is not to say she still won't be supremely strong enough that I would avoid dealing with her directly. Let me focus my efforts on keeping her away from you all. In theory, as long as you're able to keep anything else from interfering with me and her for long enough, I should be able to form a connection back to the heavens. It's just a matter of finding a situation that facilitates such a response. In theory, Tiamat could have anywhere from dozens to hundreds of her children awake and scattered across this island.
Well, we know of 2 active ones.
There was a third one that I encountered towards the end of my searching as well.
Oh, goody.
Yes, another ancient.
What color?
Given their garb, I imagine they were most likely a white dragon to some extent.
Oh, good.
He wore the complexion of a Kirali, so I imagine he takes great pleasure in close combat. Not that I was keen to indulge him in it.
Okay, so that's 3 dragons versus 6 of us. I like those odds.
And we've got to keep out of Tiamat's way while dealing with all this.
Well, that's what the gesture's here for. Ow.
Yes, it won't exactly be easy, but as long as you focus your efforts on keeping them distracted from us, I'll do what I can to keep her at bay and provide proper support.
Do you have a time frame in mind for how long we need to keep them preoccupied for? With any luck, we'll just kill them, but
Depending on the situation, no more than a minute. As long as Tiamat does not.
I think we can handle that. What do you guys think?
I'd be down for anything that fucks over my mother.
I mean, it's better than sitting around here moping about it all day, as far as
And
I can
being
tell.
enslaved by her.
Yeah.
Huh, let's go for it. Not sure what other option we got right now anyway, so I'm gonna go out trying to punch something.
No offense, babe, but I'm always up for killing your family at this point.
I mean, same. I'm not offended.
Babe.
I'm sure Eadras isn't either.
It would be
The,
a
cou-
first.
the couple that commits fratricide together stays together?
Reese kind of thinks for a moment, then gives you a weird look. He's like, me and Eadras? Ew.
I think
No!
I think he's talking about us.
Oh.
Kamal just stares at Reese for a very long moment.
So,
Well, I mean, they're not related to you. That's why I was confused.
That's fair.
so as you're talking back and forth with Tomas, you just feel like a tugging on the bottom of your shirt, Reese.
Mm-hmm. Reese looks down.
And just Molt looks up at you, scared with big eyes, like, are you fighting with the Great Mother too? Is she mad?
She's always mad. Well, it's fine.
Are you sure?
Yes. It's
I've
okay.
heard stories about what happens when she's mad. That doesn't sound like it's going to be okay.
It's okay, Molt. I'll put you in a really safe place where she can't get you. How about that?
Diplomacy check.
God damn it.
I was waiting for that one.
Oh.
Oof.
I don't know if I want a hero point this early in the game.
God, I love this game.
Reese is distracted. I don't know.
How does aid another work in this?
Yeah.
You have to make the same check as them, and I set the DC in my head.
You said diplomacy?
Mhm.
Okay. Do you want to make that, Tomas, or do you?
I can attempt it.
Okay.
Tomas will just kind of squat down and smile at Molt and just be like, "Now, Molt, where has Reese led you wrong tonight so far? He's taken good care of you, right?"
Reese kind of winces a little bit.
No, don't roll low.
It's gonna be another natural one.
Hey.
Hey.
You see his ears flip back for a minute, and as he looks between Reese and you, and he says, "I'm not going back in the mouth again, am I?"
No,
Oh,
no,
no.
no.
He just kind of like wrings his hands for a bit before looking back between you and says, "Nod," and says, "Okay."
How would you like to go into a little room and color some pictures with a friend of mine?
That sounds a lot better than fighting the Great Mother.
Okay. This is gonna be a bit weird, and Reese is gonna open his sleeve, and he's like, "All right, in here."
He just looks at the sleeve and look up at you. He's like, "How am I supposed to fit in there?"
How big is he?
He's
Isn't he
tiny.
small?
He's like
He's tiny,
He's-
yeah.
He's
he's like
Reeves
2.5,
sized.
3 feet tall.
Mm.
Shouldn't he be able to fit in there?
He just sees a sleeve.
Oh,
It's bigger than it looks if you just
it
like.
is bigger than it looks. Just
Stick around
trust
the
me.
inside.
He just kind of pokes it and sees his hand go through without like it deforming anything, and seems kind of confused for a second before he sticks his head in and then falls in.
Ta-da!
Did
Reese is
such
like,
a pure
okay.
creature end up on this island?
How did such a pure creature end up with me?
How did
That's the
such a
better
pure
question.
creature end up in this world? Actually, like I thought that kind of was not a thing that existed anymore.
It's
I
because
mean,
he's too. It's because he's and pokes at it. He like points at his head, and he's like, and like wobbles his hand back and forth.
Lana, about a year and a half, about a year ago, I could have said the same thing about you.
Yeah, you
I
know.
was thinking the same thing.
Yeah, well, that was a year and a half ago. Now we're today, and
And now you're more traumatized.
yeah.
Yeah,
I prefer the term worldly myself.
Traumatized.
I prefer the
Traumatized.
term worldly.
If that makes you feel better.
Worldly
does.
traumatized.
No.
Well, when Tiamat made the kobolds, she wasn't exactly planning on them to be smart enough to overturn her.
I also think he was bullied by the other kobolds, so I kind of had to take him with me.
Poor baby.
So, speaking of which, these kobolds, what happens to them when she's sealed away?
They're still a sentient race. Sealing away the god that originally created them doesn't exactly make them disappear.
Well, yeah, but they're probably
Well,
liable to form cults.
Potentially, and there's also hundreds of Tiamat's children, even if they're not all awake and waiting to kill us the second we step back into the warehouse. They'll be around, whether or not there'll be a direct threat without Tiamat's direct influence is questionable, but not exactly a surefire resolution to the threat.
Of course. Well, I guess we or someone else will deal with the fallout of it later. Fallout of it later.
There
What
needs.
prepar?
Oh, it's just yeah. There needs to be something for fresh baby adventurers to cut their teeth on.
Ancient dragons are not exactly a good threat for
Well, no,
young
no,
adventurers.
not the ancient dragons. I'm talking about like the. I thought we were still talking about the kobolds and like the people and. Never mind. I'll be quiet.
I kind
Fair
of think
enough.
a kobold cult would be funny.
He just looks at you for a moment and says, "How safe do you think this cave passage is, Tomas?"
Not particularly.
What if I told you that kobolds had been living here for years? Would you feel more or less safe with this passage?
Can I answer that?
Sure,
My answer is less.
that's a good answer. They're surprisingly crafty.
He's very good at
Uh,
making things.
how tall is Tomas?
That's a good question. How tall did I end up making him in
Like
the end?
5'4".
That's what I think. He's 5'4".
Depending on how rigorous they were with their measurements. If you tripped the wrong wire, you could have a blade sliding out of a crack in the wall either at neck or nose height. Fast enough to decapitate you before you realized what happens. And that's usually just how they decorate the entrances to their establishments. They are crafty creatures. I would not underestimate them.
I'll underestimate them less. I still think it would be mildly amusing.
This isn't just Tomas underestimating kobolds. Tomas underestimates everything.
I,
There's also
Including
just like.
gods.
I think there's also just like a not small part of Tomas that just yearns for the sweet release of death so that this shit isn't his problem anymore.
Is that true, Tomas?
no.
Good.
Really?
Make a deception check.
Tomas is gonna like back up a little bit just out of Reese's eyesight and like do like the cutting motion like Lana, stop.
Sounds pretty
Tomas is gonna grin. He's like, the gods do have to die though. Definitely here for that one.
Duly noted.
Yeah.
Well, maybe some of them.
Mm.
Like Tiamat.
Well, I wish you luck on that endeavor. But for now, we should at least focus our efforts on
So,
So we're bait.
the real me will be traveling directly with you this time. So if anything, we're all bait.
Excellent.
yeah, she's pretty hungry for little bits of Brianna.
Based on the exit of those that were chasing you, I imagine they'll be heading towards Tiamat to update her on the situation. So if you're all prepared, I recommend we move out as quickly as we're able. This time we might be able to get to the warehouse and make preparations before they get there. Considering the delicate equipment within the facility, as well as the relatively tight quarters of the building that we'll be in, it's our best chance to wean off Tiamat throwing too many of her children directly at us, lest there be collateral damage that delays her work. questions before we head out?
I got nothing.
We're just trying to get to the warehouse that we were at previously, yeah?
Correct. We'll take a different route this time, but the destination is the same.
And I don't know. I feel like that's just asking to walk into the same thing we walked into the first time, but
I'm sure it'll be fine.
aha.
It unfortunately does hold what we're looking for, and if anything, Tiamat will be confident that the same trap will work twice, considering the difficulty involved in avoiding it. But if nothing, just this once, we can say that Tiamat is overconfident. And as he does a bow and stands back up, you see that the mask is shifted to a smile. It says, I look forward to seeing the look on her face. She realizes it will.
Same. I think this bitch has put me through enough.
Well then, let us kill a god. And he leads the way back towards the warehouse.
We.
This is
So,
like Tomas's dream come true right now.
I know, right? So,
It's also
it's only been
Reese's
an
dream
hour,
come true.
but let's take a quick break here because there's not going to be too many great spots for a break upcoming.
Are you saying that things might pop off when we go poke the beehive, Matt?
Just a little bit. So, let's take the next 8 minutes to go get a drink, stretch your legs, grab a bite, and we will kick off at the warehouse at 9.
Sam,
Yeah.
how on the head did Lana nail it with that comment?
Pretty hard on the head. Tomas and Reese definitely had a really nasty argument about that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Really nasty.
Oh no, I was just making a joke.
Um. When Tomas
That's why
made the
Reese got so like, yeah?
when Tomas made the comment when they first were like told about the whole God thing about how he wished they would have just left him dead. Reese did not take kindly to that.
And he was less angry then than he is now, so.
Tomas is working on his suicidal ideation. He's working on that.
I should fucking hope so.
Fun fact, by the way,
Mm?
incubus and succubus based potions are giga outlawed.
I wonder why.
Shocker.
Tomas is just like having flashbacks of the succubus
They
disguised
seem
as
hard.
ex-wife.
They seem hard to make.
Yeah.
We have one of those.
I mean,
We have
yeah,
one
but like,
of those?
I don't think anyone's milking them.
Milking?
Well, I mean,
Using
Tiamat.
their
Man.
blood!
Man.
I actually,
We are cursed tonight, everybody.
I also want to
Except
go
Chris. Chris is not
be
cursed.
like,
Go to fucking jail, all of you.
my understanding is that incubus and succubus are actually the same creatures. They just pivot based on the needs at the time.
Hey, don't tell the secret.
Yeah.
All y'all are cursed.
Merlin.
Some
I'm
it
just too
depends on the
dumb to
lore
be.
too. Some of them just have preferences for what they want to look like.
Fair enough.
I'm just too dumb to be cursed.
How are you doing, my stupid son? Did you enjoy standing on my meal prep pictures, Leo?
Reese walking into the warehouse. Mommy, I'm home.
Kicks over a box.
Tiamat's like, oh shit, here we go again.
She's like, I'm gonna fuck this boy up again.
Can I real quick clarify what happened before? It was
Sure.
that we were sent to scout.
Correct.
Before we got sent to scout, they were like, hey, we're gonna do a thing to your brain. So if you get caught, it's gonna wipe all knowledge you have of the plan.
And give you a back door out of anything she does.
And that backdoor out was him talking to the people in our brain places?
Yep, pretty much.
Okay.
Just giving them the lowdown of what was likely going to happen so they could get you before her corruption hit you.
But so that protected us from the corruption, but we
Mhm.
still got captured.
Correct.
So she still could have just murdered us.
Yes, you. We'll say that you guys took an educated risk or a calculated risk in the fact that
She likes to play with her toys.
she likes to play with her toys, and given her recent behavior, she hasn't been keen on murdering people so much as getting them under her control because she seems to be in a power grab state.
And 6 very strong adventurers would be a very good power grab.
Yes, especially when one of the said adventures is the reincarnation of one of her most powerful and loyal children,
Okay.
who may or may not have a fragment of Brianna in there that she really wants to chew on.
Risha's just like, don't like that. Don't like that at all.
And you
Are
got
you
the
saying
action.
are you saying you don't want to be snapped in half like a bone so she can get at your Brianna marrow?
No.
And you got the actual
Yeah,
address on you too, so extra bonus.
Can I get that bonus?
Bonus.
Ah. Heh.
Can you cease being a bitch, Leo?
Never.
Every time I turn a sink on, he sprints over like, Father, can I lick this? And he has a fucking filtered water fountain a quarter inch away from him.
Matt.
Yeah.
Matt. Did you fight the 2 million HP Spishtar yet?
Yeah.
How bad was that?
The guide that they post on the Game Press wiki tells you how to do it pretty easily.
Let's see here.
It's like literally a 3-turn fight.
What?
Yeah, you solo it with another event unit.
Why is it not telling me this? It's here. Bring Mystic Code with a 1-turn invincible / evade effect. Oh, it's a solo battle.
Mm-hmm.
LOL, I didn't read the red text.
Yeah. No, it's just a fucking cinematic fight. Just gonna run to the bathroom and then we will be good to go.
Okay.
told one of my coworkers today that we had to kill Tiamat, and because she's a bitch and she's the mother of one of the PC characters, my coworker was like, "LOL, what?" And I was like, "Haha, surprise!" A surprise to us too.
That campaign weird.
I've tried to explain this campaign to a couple people.
Which part of it was weird?
All of it.
The PC, I think they more so found the PC being a child of Tiamat weird.
Hi, I'm weird.
Yeah.
We just need a few more minutes. Should be roughly around 9:55.
All good.
Yeah.
Matt,
Yeah.
my fisher is level 42.
Hmm.
Are you proud of me?
You're what?
I started leveling fisher on an alt.
Oh.
Did you say 51?
42.
Oh.
I mean, it was 0 yesterday.
So long and thanks for all the fish.
My minion disappeared. Hello? Oh, it's out of my shoulder. He's so fucking cute.
Are you talking about yourself?
I'm a Ringo. He has
Okay, that fight really was not that bad.
Oh no.
Egg.
Delicious eggs.
Egg! God, Gina fucking cleared out of my egg stores.
Egg?
Egg!
Okay.
It's an essential material in Fate Go.
Ah.
A very annoyingly rare one that's stupidly common required.
With an enemy, and it drops from an enemy that's fucking obnoxious.
Ah.
Oh,
It hits like a truck.
Sam, by the way, I don't
Mhm.
think you were around when when me and Jelly were talking about it. There are versions of the final relic that don't have the glowy fucking rocks on them.
Oh, yeah, Jelly told me about that.
The
Okay.
gummy.
Yeah.
Cool gummy.
Ooh, gummy.
I posted a picture of Ringo.
Hell yeah, we.
Hey, I got my grail.
Congratulations.
Are you proud of me, Matt?
Yeah. It's okay. We suffered through that event together.
I'm not fully done.
We suffered through the initial part of the event together. From there, it's mostly just clearing out the bounties. That is probably one of the kindest mission events I've seen in like years.
It seems like it's very straightforward.
Yeah. There's no one that's like, kill 20 of this enemy and they only spawn once on a single node that you don't visit for main story. And it gives like fucking bronze mats or something.
I have officially quit Fate Go for good.
Yeah.
I
For
touched
good?
it again.
I think so. It's just like,
Depressing.
yeah.
Yeah.
But like
Ringo.
the writing is like a single shining like radiant beacon in a game that's otherwise designed in every single possible element to just destroy your soul with no recourse.
Yeah, if it go just had like an auto battle feature or something like that, it'd be much more tolerable. But
Writing is very, very good.
writing's still top notch.
Yeah, the way they pace things and the way that combat can be super fucking tedious, not amazing.
Um,
I like it for when I'm mindlessly doing other things.
Yeah.
hmm It's funny because Kevin and I we both play Arknights, and everything about that game we love except for the writing.
The writing is very hackneyed and bad.
I'm convinced it's just the localization being ass, but yeah. Um, were you interested in having this one character just spew like geopolitical stuff or philosophy at you for like
Oh my
40
god.
for like 40 panels?
That was a problem I had with reading it. I was like, I get it.
Yep.
I get it. Everything is bad. I understand.
Yeah.
No, but I must reiterate to you how bad it is with all this geopolitical nonsense, and allow us to also explain in detail our mission logistics, because yes, you haven't even seen the worst of it. That's the problem, Sam.
I'm not. I'm like
Sorry about that.
chapter 2.
Oh yeah. Oh, you play Arknights a little bit?
I actually downloaded it, like pre-downloaded it when it started.
Mm.
Hold on. I remember. I have to look at my number is like a single digit.
I think I remember seeing them like, how'd you get that number?
Yeah, I was just that early into it, and then I stopped really fast because I have the attention span of a peanut.
Yeah.
Yeah. There are some times where I straight up just say I can't deal with your writing right now, Arknights, and there'll be events that I just skip the story and I just do the maps.
There
I mean,
was
that's Fate-Go to a very specific extent, and the fact of this single event that just came out, I saw what it was, laughed, and I haven't seen a single cutscene.
oh
Mhm.
lol.
Spished.
We have a
Ashtar.
mutual hatred of Ishtar, though.
Heard that's like I've seen people talking about it and they're like, "Oh, Spacious Star is like a sweet bean." So
Eh.
It
good for
doesn't
them.
matter.
People are free to enjoy whatever characters they like, but that ain't me. So, how's everybody doing?
Good.
Good, Matt.
Well, Leo, you don't count. You're not in the game. So let's pick back up. So, with the assistance of one gesture, you all managed to, through back passageways and underground routes, sneak your way back into the warehouse itself. And once again, you find yourself the stone tiled floors of the warehouse full of crates. Everything still stacked neatly and nicely, as if you hadn't died here only what seems a few hours ago to you. It's an odd sensation. So, once you're safely inside and they close the pass wall behind you, the gestures for you all to follow him as he starts heading towards the back of the warehouse. I was able to find a couple of diagrams for this building, doing my initial look around their documents. There should be a passageway over here that should get us safely down to the lower floors, unless you feel like dropping down the elevator.
Game is paused.
I didn't give you guys vision block.
Are we supposed to have vision blocking?
No,
Oh, okay.
I wanted to make sure I still had it gone. Reeves, if you would.
Okie dokie. I'll just jam skeleton key into there.
Mm-hmm. Right. fiddle with it for a bit. It takes roughly about a minute for you to eventually get through the lock, but after a bit of work, you pop it open. Uh, and inside you see a small, almost what seems like a break room for uh, those that would normally be working the warehouse. Forgot I hadn't made that a door when I was doing. All right. So, anything you would like to do as you head down to the lower floor?
Probably make a perception check to see if he can detect anything up ahead.
Be very,
Yep.
very quiet.
Also sneaking, yeah.
Yep. Anybody rolling stealth, roll me a stealth check. Anybody searching ahead, give me
Oh,
a
God.
perception check.
I'm gonna hero point that. Okay. Just getting all my low rolls out of the way, I guess.
Yeah.
All my low rolls out of the way, please.
We.
Try to be quiet and try to look around.
So much for being good at the things I'm
Oh,
good at.
Jesus H. Christ.
This is not
It's
going to
a-
be a stealthy.
This is.
I did fine.
Well,
For
good.
once, I did fine.
You rolled a 4. Shut your mouth.
Where?
They're right there, Reese. 26.
Perception check.
That's a perception check. My stealth is
Oh.
35.
Oh, okay, okay, okay.
Rude.
Okay.
I
Oh.
don't want a hero point, but I rolled a 1, and I have a feeling.
The question is, do you think stealth matters?
I'd
Do you
like
Probably
want
to.
to
not.
re-roll it, Mika? Do you want to re-roll the stealth?
I,
Don't re-roll the stealth.
I
the,
like
the
to
rogue,
think.
evil
the rogue,
DM voice.
Yeah.
the rogue in the party fucked up the stealth. So
Yeah. I don't think I can make it much worse. Oh, God.
Anybody that rolled a 31 or higher on perception.
Hi. Oh, perception. Never mind.
Okay, so that.
I think
did
that's
anyone
just
make it?
Mika.
Oh, really? Oh, damn.
Yep.
Okay.
Um, so Mika, as you're going around, you're trying to keep low and keep your feet low to the ground, so you're not accidentally like hitting creaking boards or anything like that. And as you go to turn and scan the room for any threats, you miss that one of the planks is slightly raised compared to the other ones, and you just hit it and trip and stumble for a second and catch yourself as your armor clangs around a little bit, and you just grit your teeth and wait for the inevitable sound of guards approaching, but nothing
Fuck.
does. As you're getting up, though, you feel an odd sensation at your fingertips, and as you focus for a second, you hear the sounds of machinery.
That's. Does anybody else hear that?
Hear what?
What?
Got. Can't quite tell from where, but there's. I'm hearing machinery. I'm hearing something running.
Is it below us?
Any sense of the direction where it's going from?
Uh, from below us, from below you, but you're not sure what direction beyond that.
Yeah, definitely below us, but beyond that, it's, she's cranking something out down there.
I guess we'll find out. I don't think anyone has been down there yet.
Hopefully that stuff, if we can hear it from here, it's making enough noise. Hopefully no one's heard us yet, or will hear us.
One of us has totally been down there.
Yeah. Lana,
Yeah, hi.
you recall from your little adventure trying to get away from Tiamat that on the floor below you, there was some sort of series of rollers in a bunch of crates. It looks like they had some sort of machinery pumping liquids out of the walls. It was very strange. You've never seen anything like it in your life. But it could be the mechanical sound Mika was referencing.
Yeah, it could be coming from the room from the side of us, and Lana will basically just describe that.
Yeah, it would be the room directly beneath you. You remember it being a large open space with a bunch of machinery.
Yeah, it's pretty big, and it's got a lot of moving parts.
Could that be what she's? Could that be her? At what she's using to manufacture all the stuff?
Uh, probably. She's using like wine and stuff, right?
I'm
And
gonna.
the
I'm
I,
gonna break it.
I'm with you on that.
I'm gonna wreck it.
Yeah.
Ross is gonna lean over to Wolf, be like, "Hey, Wolf,
Yes, Thomas.
how do you feel about smashing shit?"
Thought you'd never ask.
Ross will just laugh.
All right. So you guys heading down there to go smash some shit?
Let's
Yeah.
go smash some shit.
Potion packing.
Yeah, potion packing.
Yes. The PP facility. My favorite.
I
Peepus
hate
room.
that.
The peepus.
You're the one
Wow.
that did 2Ps.
Don't blame Matt for this. He works hard, okay?
I would say I thought you guys were more mature than that, but I don't. So I guess I played myself.
I was gonna say, man.
All right. So as you guys head downstairs, you see the room that Lana previously described. It looks like there are a series of rollers that seem to be forming a rudimentary conveyor belt, across which various bottles and containers look like they would normally pass through. Uh, in this case, you can see at the end of it, they have various bottles of like wines and other alcohols and juices, even some sorts of other like liquid spices or flavorings that one might add on meals as like glazes or things like. It currently does not look like they are processing any additional uh, contents of the containers. But you can see on the back wall that there are these large, complex machines riddled with gears and steam engines similar to those that you've seen in some of Cornelius's work, connected to these large steel and glass pipes that are connected to the walls that seem to be carrying a vicious, viscous, sorry, liquid similar to that you saw when you originally encountered the lust possessed Eodras under Clearhaven.
A way to get to wherever that stuff's being pumped.
Yes, there should be another set of stairs somewhere around here. And the gesture is going to start poking around the walls to see if he can't find a secret mechanism somewhere.
Reeves will help.
Yep, give me a perception check.
There we
Yay!
go.
So, as you're poking around, Reeves, you see that over here there is another secret switch hidden, not flush against the wall, but in a crevice. There's a part that looks like it should be the top of the indent, but as you kind of get like a weird glimpse of shadow as you're walking by, since you're a little shorter than the average person, and as you carefully poke at it with um, a spare bolt to make sure there isn't a trap, and then that's just going to cut your fingers clean off. You realize that hidden just out of sight, there is a catch in the wall that has a solid button that gives slightly to the pressure.
We will press that.
All right. So as you press the button, you hear a soft grinding of stone. Passageway over here opens up in the rocks, the wall, leading further down into the facility.
And it.
Good work. Let's see if we can't find out what the source of this is and make sure that it isn't operational.
Given the last sort of source that we found for this sort of thing, I'm expecting a fight.
That is why we're here. All right. Any objections to heading down to the final floor?
Nope.
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 I object.
That's rough. I already
Overruled.
pressed the activate button. Your legs compel you to walk down the stairs despite your objections.
That's
Oh
rough,
no, the TMS stuff is working.
You rush towards the fucking Kool-Aid vat and start drinking it down in handfuls.
buddy. Mommy juice has taken effect.
Oh no.
Nope.
Leave!
Don't like that.
Nobody
Just
liked that.
Nobody likes that.
I mean,
Just
I like
the
that.
boss
I'm
casually
just
talking shit. Tiamat is such a good person. Kill me.
every compliment
Yeah?
that falls out of his mouth just like turns to ash. He's like, "Stop it."
God. Tomas giving compliments, that would be so fucking painful for him.
All right. So, an acrid smell hits you as you descend to the lower floors of the facility, and
Ugh.
you realize the source of that whirring wasn't the non-operational packing facility above you, but the loudly churning and grinding equipment down here as you see liquid flowing through the glass cylinders of the pipes and being processed by various machines that you've never really seen yourself. Uh, Reeves, they're vaguely similar to some like water processing and alchemical setups that people have set up in Tripwire before. Um, those tended to be more of a hazard than anything because they had like a 50-50 shot on exploding within the first year.
Hey, those are some pretty good numbers.
Yeah, people just tended to avoid living around them rather than not build them, so you do what you know.
Hmm.
Hey, ain't bad for a first attempt.
Yeah. Alright. Well, this certainly seems like the source of it all. And looking at the pipes where some of the liquid seems to be flowing into over here, they might be storing a bunch of the unprocessed fluid in a nearby facility, but this seems to be at the very least the main processing point.
So it's not exactly the source, but it's the next best thing.
Yeah, so without the components here, she wouldn't be able to refine it into a usable product.
Alright.
Must have taken considerable time to rework equipment
Okay,
to her
before
needs.
we start smashing or disabling or doing whatever we're going to do here, um, if we actually break the machinery and the stuff leaks out, what happens?
This is just where she's getting it
I
ready to
would
use, right?
avoid consuming it or getting it in any open wounds until we find a way to decontaminate the facility. Worst case scenario, there are ways to remove large portions physical space without contamination becoming an issue anymore. But that's for after.
Are there any like drains or anything of that sort? Like that stuff could be like directed to just drain out rather than through pipes.
Roll me a perception check.
Strategic points to destroy. Perception.
Yep, that's pretty good. So as you're looking around, you can see that the lower section down here, which is about maybe a 3 or 4 foot drop down from the area that you guys are currently standing at. As you step a little bit closer to get an eye on it, you do see that it looks like it has some grates at the bottom that don't currently have liquid passing through, and you have dark vision, right?
I think yes I do.
From the angle you're at, you may see maybe a couple splatterings of liquid at the bottom of the tank. It looks like it might be an emergency catch tank to deal with any overflow or leakage. You're not sure if it would be able to hold everything from the tank that it is coming from, but at the very least, it should catch most of the liquid in the facility at this time.
Say we can break a couple spots and there's drains down there. It'll catch the stuff, get it out of the machines, and much more of a pain in the ass if it's in those things and out of our way. This isn't a half bad spot for a fight either. I can't think that they'd want to have any of this machinery wrecked, so it'll hinder them.
Yes, do be very careful of any collateral damage, though. This starts spraying that contaminant in the air. I don't know if you encountered it during the confrontation with Lust directly, but be very cautious of Tiamat using the opportunity to attempt to temporarily subvert your allegiances. It won't be as refined or a permanent backdoor, but she may be able to
Okay,
divert you from my protection for the time being.
okay. It's sounding like that we shouldn't just straight up break these machines.
Nope, but turn stuff off and let it direct down to that lower hole there.
That sounds good to me. I guess Reeves will go look for any uh like control valves or even like a control panel or something to see if he can like
Reverse it. Turn Miko will
yeah.
Where
help.
are you looking?
Um you said the unprocessed stuff is over here?
So it looks like, from what we're seeing, the main tank comes in here, is routed underground from here, loops around the outside over to these facilities on the lower levels, and then is pumped into one of these three extractors in the center, and then back up to the upper levels.
Yep. And so the stuff in the center is the most potent stuff.
Yes, that's the processed
Okay.
fluids.
Um
There looks to be a furnace in the north as well that's supplying heat to some of these converters.
all right. Yeah, let's see if we can turn off the heat and maybe drain the most potent stuff just to maybe get the main machines empty.
Yeah. Uh, yeah, you'd have to see if there's any way to cause it to backflow into the tanks back over here once it's been processed, because this is all unprocessed on the left.
Yeah. Um yeah, I think Reeves just kind of wants to flush the system and just so that there's nothing immediately available within the room to be used against them.
Right. So are you going to look? Which part of the facility you're going to look at first then?
Um
I can look
He'll
at this.
probably look at the last processing center.
All right, move your character over towards it.
Quick question while we're doing this. Does anybody know where this is draining to?
Probably the
Like-
ocean.
I didn't see any bats into the ocean. If anything, since this is such a limited resource, there's probably some way that she's recycling the runoff, maybe in a nearby facility. I didn't see any exact designs on it in my search.
Well, we can worry about finding that later. I just want to make sure that none of this stuff can be used against us.
Yeah, fair enough. I just wanted to make sure it wasn't gonna flip out or we were gonna cause like a whole big mass breakout or anything.
Hopefully not. Alright. So, Miki, you're working on trying to stop the furnace going?
Yeah, since Reeves mentioned turning the heat off, she'll take a look at that one.
Alright. The remaining four, what would you guys like to do?
Uh,
Someone should probably keep watch.
Yeah, Tomas would probably just keep an eye and ear out for anything while the more
No, 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 no,
junkie and
no.
Can
stuff-
I?
No, no, no.
No.
Wolf Unga Bunga Wolf Watch. You go.
Oh my goodness. Can Reese look around for like any documents or anything like that in here?
Sure. Where specifically do you want to look for documents? Because it's a big room. It would take like
Uh,
hours to search the entire thing fully.
Like these tables down here, maybe would be good.
Right. So move your character over to the tables.
Wee.
Right. Lana and Tomas. What would you like to do?
Well, apparently I got told I'm not allowed to also keep watch.
You do what you want.
I don't know.
I don't wanna.
I am running pretty low of ideas right now.
Can Tomas watch Reese be a smart bean and be like, "Oh, I'll go check over this way," and like, listen. Can he try to see if he can find anything interesting on like this lower area down here?
Yeah. I'll let you poke around.
I guess Lana will just kind of go over here.
Just see
and
if they
just
can
kind of,
find anything.
yeah, pretty much.
Alright. And the gesture will look around this machine over here to see if they can't find anything. Alright, I need everybody to everybody that's searching for something. So Wolf, Reese, Lana, Tomas, and yeah, those four perception.
Jesus.
Alright, good, good.
I'm getting the weirdest fucking nat 20s tonight.
What, you said wolf?
Yes, I need a perception check because you're keeping watch. Hell yeah, dude.
So glad Wolf is keeping watch. We're so safe right now.
Oh, you're so fucked.
Alright. Reeves and Mika, give me crafting checks.
Oh dear. Right.
Alright. So what were you trying to do, Reeves? Get a backflow or at least drain these tubes?
Yes.
So, you can't find any way to reverse the flow through the converter. As you're looking around, there's a couple of diagrams that you quickly scan over, and it looks like there is a process for evacuating the containers you're at, but it will force it through the containers upstairs. So it's mostly to purge the tubes in case there's risk of it like backing into an active stove and just fucking exploding everywhere. But it will
Okay.
get it out of the immediate area you're in, but onto the floor above you.
And where is the Jester planning on having this final confrontation? Down here?
Either down here or the floor above, depending on if you're able to disable this facility.
Okay. Um. If it's down here or the floor above, that's not immediately in their vicinity, because it'd be on the top floor, right?
It would be on. It would basically force all the contents through the packing plant above you. So the red line that was the northmost one would just be spraying the fluid all over the floor. So it would be on the floor
Okay.
directly above you in the northwest corner.
Would that be well away from their path to going upstairs?
Yeah, because it's the southeast corner that you guys head up.
Um, Reeves just yeah, Reeves will do that.
Right. So you fiddle with the tanks, and there's a bit of a pressurized whine for a second before you hit the final latch, and you see the contents quickly start shifting their way upstairs, and you hear the sound of running liquid above you. Mika. So
Yes.
this appears to be a Cindergate design, unsurprisingly, given the complexity of the facility. Repurposed a bit for alchemical purposes, so it's not 100% identical with a smithing forge, but you've worked around these before. Your family has been involved with not only smithing, but helping repair some of the facilities for other families. So it's not super common, but you have maybe worked on something like this before, or at least seen things like this before. So you study the design for a second, and you eventually recognize the automated billows that keep the flame going hot and bright. And with a bit of work, you set it into the standby mode that you can engage to perform maintenance on the machine. And the automated billows quickly stop, and it sprays a dousing agent on the flames to put out the fire so it can more rapidly cool down for maintenance work to begin on it. But you see the heat shut off, and slowly the steam coming out of some of the vents to the south dies down. So it looks like the processing units in the center are no longer active.
All right. That'll help out a little bit over there. Any luck,
Yes,
Reeves?
based on what Reeves saw, Reeves, you get a bit of relief because, from what you could tell, if there was a failure in one of the valves that kept the process stuff from backflowing into the furnace, there could have been a massive explosion in this facility.
Much as I'd
No.
like.
Um, I managed to evacuate the contents of this one. It's spraying about upstairs more than likely, but we probably won't be in the vicinity of it, so it should be fine.
Well, I got the heat off, so that'll at least keep things from going boom on us too soon.
Oh, good. You have no idea how relieved I am to hear that.
Much as I'd like to see this place go up in a fireball, I'd rather not be in it at the time.
All right. So, next up from the list, Tomas.
He,
How you doing, buddy?
eh,
So, let me take a quick look at your sheet.
I just wrote in my notes that Mika prevented explosions, frowny face.
Mm-hmm. So as you're poking around down here, Tomas, you're not seeing any documents per se, um, but as you are investigating, you catch the sight of something dangling underneath this panel here.
Mhm.
In the sense that as you're walking around, you're looking, and you see Maya's eyes dilate as she sees something low to the ground and just like drops down for a second before slapping underneath the panel and jumping back as a small little manual drops out from an underhang that was used to store some sort of document, and it looks to be some sort of operations manual. It is written in Dwarven.
I speak that.
That's good. So looking over it, it seems to be a lot of technical nonsense about the operation and maintenance of the tanks, which just kind of means absolutely nothing to you. But from the table of contents, you can see there's a section on emergency procedures, and quickly flipping to that, you see one that is labeled in case of contaminants, one for in case of fire, one for in case of sorry, in case of fluid backflow, and one for in case of fluid shortage.
Hey, Mika. Oh, sorry. Go ahead. If you're still going.
Yep, I was just going to ask if you wanted to read any of them in depth or if you wanted to talk to someone.
Oh yeah, Tomasis is gonna like stare at them for a long. What you said? Like backflow, fire,
In case of
shortage.
contaminants, backlog, shortage, and fire.
Hey, Mika.
Hey.
Do you think our problems are contaminants? Not fire. Nothing's on fire. He's just gonna like flip through the book a little bit more. He's like, uh, backflow or shortage of liquids.
Uh. Reeves was talking about trying to get to flow back here. She's gonna come down there and come take a look at this book here.
Yeah.
Yep, you'd have to hop down here. There's a little wall between you guys.
Okay, yeah.
I love that they included a manual and
Mhm.
and no one actually thought to look for it.
Like on the ground, apparently.
Technically, Reese did. Tomas just saw his boyfriend being smart. Is like, I'm gonna go do the smart thing that my boyfriend is doing, but over
Yep.
there.
Yep.
So yeah, Miko will
Stealing my
flip
thunder.
Yeah.
she will flip through that and try and translate to what Tomas was asking into.
This is a pretty nice organization they got here. They even have documentation.
Yeah, no kidding. OSHA compliant and everything.
Mika, from what you've seen, this seems to be like an alchemical facility that was repurposed.
Like that tracks with the dwarven statues we saw in the or dwarven architecture in the prison and other things
Mhm.
here. So
Yep. So in order, um, the given your understanding of this stuff, you're able to get a high level idea of what's going on a bit quicker. It seems contaminants is purging the tanks. Fire is providing a dousing agent to prevent any alchemical mixture in there from combusting. And you don't really want to dump it in that case, because if you just put it in a pressurized, potentially container, that's just asking your facility to explode.
mhm.
Uh, Backflow is diverting the valves so the stuff ahead of you gets dumped, and fluid shortage is shutting off the machines temporarily until you can get a fluid going again.
All right. Well, this sounds like it's got instructions for dumping out the machines. So
All right.
We could purge them and turn them off.
that's the idea. Yeah.
All right. So, which of the procedures do you want to go with?
I think the backflow one sounds correct if I'm
Oh, the
understanding it right.
contaminants.
Or
Or the contaminants was the purging one.
was it
Yep.
contaminants
So,
the purging one? Okay, I think it's
contaminants would be dumping the tanks to your left. Backflow would be getting any liquid away from the processors to the
Oh.
right, which you've now shut off.
all right. So the processor's on the right. Have all three been shut, or did Reeves just get the one?
All three got shut off. The one to the north also had the process contents evacuated.
Gotcha. And the contaminants is the one that'll drain the other machines out.
It'll drain these vats that are next to you that are unprocessed liquid.
That
Okay.
doesn't sound so bad to do.
I'm more worried about what's in the machines because that's the more powerful stuff. What was backflow again?
It'll clear these three middle valves out that were essentially partially processed liquid.
All right. Did it clear them back out to the vats on our left, or?
It'll drop it into the storage tank
Oh,
beneath
okay.
you guys.
So we'll do that one then.
All right. So you and Tomas work on readjusting the security measures on the panel. Eventually, you guys hear a rush of liquid and a click of gears as the liquid in these vats here drains out to nothing, and you hear it empty out into the storage container beneath you. All right. Next up, Reese. You were poking around for documents.
Yeah.
With a 40. As you are looking around, um, you're not seeing too much at first, but you notice that these tables seem to be new additions. Uh, and it's very faint, but it looks like somebody used some sort of writing mechanism that scarred the surface of the table underneath. Almost like if you had been writing on a series of notebook pages and you can see the slight indents of the text on the page above it. It seems the wood here is a bit soft from all of the chemicals in the air, so it's maintaining some small carving of the text that was above it. And you can't make out full details of it, but it seems to be some sort of shipping manifest. Um, Amongst it, you see shipments to the Hearthlands via the individual that you previously dealt with in your last run in with your family,
Mm-hmm.
to the Dwarven capital,
Feck.
Ooh.
um, to another Dwarven port just east of Clearhaven, which isn't surprising given the distance. Um, the capital of the Hearthlands, and Lesson, which is a relatively popular elven port, and a few other minor ports besides that. So it seemed to be about a dozen entries.
Okay. Would Reese be able to like take out his own piece of parchment and jot that down?
Yes.
Okay.
You can record that as a dozen locations where the potions were being shipped.
Okay.
Can't stop it, but with that information, they might be able to more easily track things down potentially.
Yeah.
All right, Lana. So, as you're looking around that area, um, you can see a couple of after Mika's work. It looks like the machines to your left have quieted down a bit, um, and the last of the liquid that had finished being processed trickles out into the pipes to your left, draining into this small storage tank before being pumped up to the upper levels. Um, it looks like around you there are various complex mechanisms that are handling the pumping of things between the levels. And from where you are, the only liquids you can still see in the room are in these vents to your left, as well as the main pump here, which is uh, at the moment starting to slowly fill as with the backlog purged. It's not pumping any new fluids out, so things are slowing down. Um, with your check, though, you can see that it looks like there's to be some sort of safety measure in place around the rim of the tub down here that should potentially shut off that main intake valve when the liquid reaches a certain level. So it's not going to just overflow on you guys as long as that's enabled.
Okay.
You also see a small amount of liquid coming in from this eastern tank. That seems to only be a trickle, though. You're not sure exactly what that pipe is for or where it's coming from.
Okay.
Seems to be the same type of liquid, though.
Yeah. Probably just like a byproduct or something.
Mm-hmm. All right. And I will say, Reese, that you found the text over here. All right.
Over where?
I moved your character.
Oh, okay.
So, uh, Wolf, you are standing guard intently, looking around the facility to make sure that there's nobody lurking about the various pipes and machinery trying to ambush any of the party as they move about. You're feeling pretty solid about that. You don't see anything moving in the shadows other than the gears and your allies. Um, and as you realize for a moment that you haven't checked the route that you came down for a bit, it seems pretty obvious that you should hear anybody that is coming from that direction. Um, so as you go to turn your head in that way, just to be sure, uh, your ears just faintly pick up the sounds of three pairs of footsteps descending the stairs.
Oh, I'm right at ground zero. Again!
How close is Reese like? Is this like actually close to me, or is it?
Yeah.
That's actually where everybody is.
Oh no, I mean I don't know like the scale. Like, can I like whisper to
Yeah,
Reese from here?
everything's 5 feet.
Oh, okay. Reese,
Wolf?
there's people coming. At least I think it's people.
Unfortunately, with your check, you do not have enough time to warn Reese to get out of the way before he sees the figure of a woman with ruby red hair flowing elegantly over one of her shoulders as she descends the staircase looking over in your direction and says, "Ah, there you all are. I heard that you had a little assistance
Do I
getting out
recognize
of
the
the rooms
voice?
I prepared for you." You do not recognize the exact tone, but you recognize the inflection.
Is it mom?
You get the impression as the woman with ruby hair reaches the bottom step and turns fully in your direction. You see the brushing of scales across her cheeks in a beautifully elegant gown. She doesn't appear to have any weapons at her side as she looks at you. And following along behind her are two familiar faces of Badar, Tala. I do appreciate you all being oh so very diligent in your duty. I do hope that you retain that, but unfortunately, the work I'm doing here is very important, so I'm to have to ask you all very kindly to cease what you're.
Oh.
And as she says that, you see her eyes glow, and in resonance, almost Tala's eye that you can see not hidden behind cloth wrapping glows green. Padar's glow black, and you all feel a strange, crushing sensation, almost like somebody is sitting on your chest for a moment before everything seems to feel a little more distant. The aches of the journey you've had today seem to dissipate so slightly. You feel a comfort wash over. Now, I know we've all had our disagreements, but well, the one thing me and Brianna share is we love our children very dearly. And in the absence of grandma, I very much look forward to caring for all of you dearly. But I can't have my children misbehaving. So why don't we put all this silliness behind us and come join Mother? She says, the smile spreading across her face. Seems to make sense for a moment before you hear the strum of a lute snap through the air. And as the note hits your ears, you feel that calmness wash over you as if shattered like glass. And you see the jester step out from behind the machine he was standing next to and says, well, I do appreciate all the effort to set up a domain such as this. Unfortunately, I don't think that playing out the same game twice is quite interesting enough for adventurers such as these. She seems to snarl at him a bit before he strums again and says, we both know what we're all here for. Second. Come, adventurers. Let's set your souls ablaze. Be a terrible shame to see you fall after all you've done. And as he extends his arms outwards, you feel an odd sensation wash over all of you as around the edges of the room you see various ghostly figures pop in and out of existence, carrying various instruments, filling the room with almost an orchestra of music, filling you with a sensation similar to that of which you experienced with Reese's bardic musics before, inspiring you all to defensive measures. As I want you all to roll me initiative in a moment when I start the comp.
Taking my job.
Hey, he's rolling the one you can't do anymore.
Uh, Oop, there's no active encounters, but I rolled a natural 20.
Yay! Hey, I'll let you keep it. Don't anybody else fucking roll.
Oh man, volume. Need to fix that volume.
Yeah, you can feel free to adjust the volume while I'm doing this.
It's weird. My global
I like
volume is one
this.
thing,
Is this
and
Drakengard?
No, this is Demon Ex Machina.
Oh.
Oh, dude.
nice.
I
Very
fucking love
nice.
this song. It slaps.
It
It
is.
sounded vaguely like a Yoko Taro OST.
Yeah. All right, everybody, roll me initiative. I will adjust yours. Reese, what
Hey,
is?
thanks.
God dang it.
Ooh.
Oh,
Oh, high five!
yeah.
Jesus
Ground
Christ.
zero, baby.
All
The
right.
two ground zero people are like, ugh.
What are the two? There's Tiamat and what are the other two's names?
Badar is the black one. I forget the name of the green one.
Tala.
All right.
Badar is an ancient dragon.
Oh, goody.
I don't know what I'm gonna do with high initiative.
Cry.
Uh. Oh, okay. Yes, I will set it.
That is so. I don't like this.
What?
That is so much rolling.
I had to fucking set all the
Wait,
NPCs when
isn't
you
Demoness
want.
Mechana a mech game?
Yes.
Sorry, our mech
Holy
game's
shit.
not allowed to have banging soundtracks,
Mhm.
Nathan.
No. I'm talking to the guy.
Nathan,
What's up?
your initiative's higher than Tiamat's.
Jesus H. Christ.
Fighter part. Wolf's ready to go. Tomas
Alright.
cheered him on to smash things.
Oh God.
Let's hit you all with that Inspire Defense.
Oh, it's Inspired Defense.
Mhm.
Bless his heart.
So now you're all buffed by the Ghost Orchestra. Alright. There are no questions. We'll start with the top of the turn order. What's up?
I can do Battle Cry, right?
Yes, you can use Battle Cry. Tomas, I'm sorry, not Tomas. Wolf and Reese, I will allow you each to take a 5-foot step.
Fuck.
Listen, man. I'm gonna use it on whatever her name is again.
Alright. Is that a save for me?
Yes. It's a
Will?
demoralize action.
Is that a will save?
I guess. I think so. I'm not sure. Let me check it. It just says you can yell a battle cry and demoralize.
Yep, of course Nethys is slow. Why wouldn't it be? Why is everybody playing
Nethys.
Pathfinder at night?
I know, right?
Shit.
On a Friday too. God.
Oh my gosh.
Go have lives, you nerds.
Alright, make an intimidation check.
Oh. Hello. See, I could have used the natural 20 for this, but no. Why do I always forget where it is?
That's
42.
pretty fucking good. So, as Tiamat's shifting into her full shape, you take the moment to shout out a cry to Tala to throw her off guard, and you see her, like, you see the light in her eye flicker for a second as she stumbles back.
Good.
Alright. Right into one. Alright. With that, we will start with the gesture. And says, "We haven't the time to lose. Let's pick up the pace." And everybody is hasted 1.
Christ.
My action economy. Okay.
Bard God, Bard God. So as long as you are under the effects of his spells, you will be hasted.
Wee.
That's nuts.
Yeah, Bard God's fun. Alright. And then he is going to take his action to slip his mask off and drop into his own shadow before appearing next to Tiamat with a bow and just swinging up at one of her heads as she catches a couple of the blades in her teeth before it nicks a couple of her scales, and you see a little bit of blood flick off the edges of the blades as he just gives a quick curtsy, and we are on to Wolf.
Can I make an athletics check to jump over all the table and shit to make it here?
Yeah, what's your movement speed? 25.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could clear to the other side of the table as long as the destination is 25 feet. Yep, I just need an athletics check.
I'm actually gonna sudden charge here.
Yep, if you make an athletics check, you can do a sudden charge through it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's enough. So you slap aside a couple of the tables and stools and leap over the last table. Where are you heading?
Can't move. Uh,
Should be able to drag him. God fucking damn it. Hold on.
Do we have another dead wolf?
Wolf is never truly alive.
Yeah, Wolf's dead. Where do you want to go? I will move a new token there. Alright.
I wonder why that keeps happening.
Yeah, it's a weird bug. Hopefully it gets fixed in one of the next versions. Alright. You have give me a swing, and then you have 2 actions left. On Tiamat, that is a miss.
Holy shit!
Oof.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Ruh-roh.
She
I
is
ruined your Inspire Courage.
a goddess.
Yeah.
I'm in twobble.
I'm in danger.
You have 2 actions left. You see the gesture look over in your direction and say, I do appreciate the assistance, but it might be best for your health to stand clear.
Recender's breath noted.
You have 2 actions left, Wolf. What would you like to do?
Wow. Uh, I guess you kind of caught me off guard with that miss. I
Oh
feel
no.
very.
Wolf is
It's
strong. He's
scary.
not God Killer strong.
Yeah, we're not there yet.
One
Got
day.
hit. Gotta hit level 20.
You could engage one of the others.
That's what I'm thinking. Yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna move here at the risk of, I guess, potential hit.
You did use a move action within her reach, so she is going to make an attack of opportunity.
Oh no! Wolf!
Bye, Wolf.
Does it specify which type? No, it doesn't. Nom.
You
Well,
crit
Bye,
me?
Wolf.
Did you
that
crit
was
me?
definitely a natural 19 she rolled.
Oh.
Bye, Wolf. Oh God.
Yeah, that's a you just see Badar like look at you like, are you fucking for real, dude? As his mom just fucking, you're like getting ready to swing on him like, yeah, I am, bitch. As Tiamat just fucking tears into your arm with her fucking teeth.
Wolf doesn't stop smiling.
Wolf, would you like to activate your new ability?
Yes.
Give me an intimidation.
This music do be slapping.
That's what I like to see. So, uh, as Tiamat tears at your arm and pulls her teeth back, you see a splash of blood from the wound. And Reese, you're close enough to see this. After a second, the blood seems to hang in the air for a moment before it begins to move through the air around Wolf. And you see some of them go and touch up against Moonfang, and the blade begins to tint a deep blood red as you see speckles of deep crimson metal flickering in the air around Wolf. Congratulations, sir. You've entered Dreadwolf stance. Wolf
I feel like I've seen
tactically
this
getting
move
crit.
before. I feel like this is something Summoner does. No.
All right. You have one action left.
No,
What would you like
don't
to
do. I'm gonna hit the smug fuck.
All right. Give me a swing.
Well, attempt to.
Unfortunately, that is also a miss.
I'm in trouble.
Damn map. All right. Next up is Tiamat. Let me roll my fun dice.
I don't like fun dice.
That is definitely the interesting. So, Lana and Reeves, from where you guys are, you can, as you guys are grabbing your weapons or entering your combat stance at the arrival of your new foes, you see the tank to the northeast corner of the room begin to frost over a bit on the top of it. And Lana, you're close enough and familiar enough with the tank after having looked at it before to hear that mechanism that was previously acting as a safety shatter from the
It's
rapid
bad.
change in pressure.
It's really bad.
And the level of that tank slowly begins to rise. All right. So let us see. Wolf, from being that close to Tiamat, you feel like you are sitting inside of a active furnace, and you are going to take fire damage.
Wait, was it the vat behind Lana that's rising?
Yes, this one over
Yeah,
here.
the big one in the corner.
I don't like fire.
What happened?
Ah! Lots of bad. Lots of bad.
You need to be more
There's
specific, Lana.
The giant tank is about to overflow.
That's better.
All right. Tiamat is going to turn her attention towards the gesture in front of her, and with a look of pure rage on her face, you're going to see the blue dragon's eyes light up as this pillar of lightning tears across the room. Tomas and Mika, as you guys are readying your weapons, as you hear the sound of fighting outside, you see a bunch of the rocks on the wall next to you just fucking explode as a pillar of lightning pierces through it.
Fuck.
The gesture looks a little sparked by that, but is still in decent fighting shape as Tiamat starts tearing into him with Fang and Claw, and he does his best to parry it. Reese, you are up. Badar and Tala are next. And then Lana.
Cool. I'm gonna toss up and inspire courage.
All right. That's 60 feet.
So it hits
Bop,
pretty much just
boop,
Lana and Wolf.
beep. Okay.
And hasted actions are only for melee strikes and strides, right?
This is a special haste. It can be used for anything.
Ooh.
Zoomies.
Ooh.
God haste, Omni haste.
Super zoomies.
I'm still gonna use it to like move. I can't move.
Fuck, where do you want to go?
I just want to go. Hold on. Make the measure thing. I want to go backwards. Let's see here. Like to here, I think. Like right here. So I'm not in a line with Wolf. We
All right.
we're just this corner of the room was just cursed.
Yeah.
And then uninjured, huh? Let's see if we can change that. No. I had a thought and then everything was weird. I'm going to cast Shadow Raid all up in this corner over here. How big is that range? I accidentally closed it. It is a 30-foot burst.
All right.
And I'll go ahead and center it in the middle of Tiamat. That should get both dragons on either side. So I'll just drop that in chat real quick. So it's a reflex saving throw.
Is that everybody or only enemies?
Only enemies.
Lol.
Lol. There's a reason I took it. Oh, and it also conceals my allies that are in it. Aw. That's okay. They can take half damage. I think. Let me double check.
They can take half damage as a treat.
Yeah, 68. So let me just.
Yeah, it's a basic throw. All right.
I feel like that was not great damage. No, it wasn't.
All right. But
But
your
it is
allies now have
persistent.
concealment. Yeah.
Yeah, and it does persistent damage.
Oh, that's not bad.
No.
Do they have to make the save every turn for damage?
Let's see here. Dealing 3d8 damage of the type you choose to any enemy that ends its turn in the area. I don't think they remake the save.
Got it.
Oh, and I get to choose the damage type apparently. What? Oh, okay, I get it. So the persistent damage, you choose what type of damage it is, and then the people that end their turn in it choose their save after that. That's so weird.
Yeah.
I will choose force damage.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. Anything else?
I think that's it.
All right. So, next up we have Bidar. Let's do this. So, Wolf, as you swing against him, and as you swing for the next one, he takes his cane and slaps aside your weapon for a second, and as you're recovering, he just reaches out and grabs you by the throat and picks you up. And Reese, you're met with the image of Wolf being thrown out of the cloud and into some of the mechanisms behind him.
Bro.
Did you just throw me in this campaign again?
Again.
Every
Again.
time, every time that Brianna tries to connect back to her domain. This has to happen. Sorry. All right.
Yeeted.
And you're just met by a blur as Badar flashes out and runs forward with a stab as if trying to impale you with his now unsheathed cane sword. Let's see, let's see. Luckily, he misses, and you just see him stab into one of the pipes next to you.
We're all going to explode.
I did the best I
You see
could.
it heavily dent the pipe, but it does not break quite yet.
That good dwarven craftsmanship.
Yeah, thank God dwarves built this. All right. Next up, glancing over. Can you see through this or no? It's just
Through
like
what?
shadowy forms that you summoned, right?
Yeah, you can see through it. It's just any of my allies in it are concealed.
Gotcha. It's just obscuring to see. So you see Tala look in your direction for a second before shaking her head, and she flicks out her daggers again. What's her move speed? Yeah, that's a good move speed. And you just see her slip in, like, hook her blade into one of the tanks to slide around the corner and sprint
Oh my
at
god,
you.
she fucking drifted like a damn shadow hunter.
And she is going to Draconic Frenzy you with her daggers.
Oh boy.
They would all freaking leave my bubble, assholes.
And then last one is blade.
They're like,
Alright, what
we
do we
ain't
do?
about the mosh life. We're gonna.
Lana does see the attack coming, so she does get 1 AC from dodge roll.
Alright. Unfortunately, you are flat-footed, so it's essentially a -1 to your AC, which means you're at 38.
Yeah.
Only one hit. That's not too bad.
Yeah.
Can she pop shield as a reaction, or do you need to
No.
have that up?
She doesn't
No.
she doesn't have shield.
Oh, okay.
Alright, so you get 31 damage as you're caught a
Ow.
bit off guard by the speed of her as she just managed to get a slash in on one of your arms before you're fully ready. But you do manage to parry her follow-up strikes, including a quick jab of she does a rapid kick out, and you see that the heel of her shoe is also a fucking dagger
Jesus.
because fuck you. All right, that is going to be the end of her turn. I believe Lana, you are up now.
Lana just getting frenzied. She's just like, didn't your mom ever tell you not to run with knives? That's dangerous. Oh wait, that's right. You can't banter back. This ain't no fun. And then what? Oh, don't click the end turn button. Four actions.
Mika, you're on deck.
Yep.
All right. So for action one, she's just gonna do a keyed up flurry of blows. She has her sword drawn, so that'll be swing 1 and swing 2.
First one is a hit.
Okay. And then that'll be the damage from that.
Not bad, not bad.
Fort save.
40.
Uh, yeah, saves pretty handily.
Just barely.
Yeah, just by just a narrow 7 there. And then action 2. So awkward.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, action 2. She is going to attempt to tumble through her to get to the other side.
All right, give me an acrobatics check.
All right. I'm not even gonna humor the idea of assurance on that.
Why not?
29.
That's against the reflex DC.
Yeah.
Normal failure.
Okay, I think that she just stays put then. It's not a
Yeah, I
crit
believe so.
failure.
Yeah, you try to spot an opening and you move towards her, but she's just too quick, and you realize that's gonna be a bad fucking idea.
All right. God, I don't want to. God, I'm on the wrong side.
Yeah, you are.
So annoying. Why am I on
You-
this side?
You could just take a 5-foot step if you are trying to get out of the way.
I'm working on it.
Yeah. Ooh. You do. I will also remind you all, aside from Reese, who used his dragon powers again, you do have your fancy new tools I gave you.
Trust me, yeah. Uh,
Yep. Just
uh,
want to make sure people aren't forgetting that.
Is it within reasonable time for me to do a thing? Or has it been too long?
all right, 2 actions left.
If you want to do it, I will allow you to.
Hey, Kevin,
What's up?
reroll your tumble through.
Oh, cute. There,
There
that's
we
better.
go.
Sorry, it took me a moment to be like, wait, I can fix this.
Cute.
So, you check them for a moment, and it looks like you see them move quickly to react, but their foot slips a little bit on some of the liquid on the ground. You see them stumble for a second, and taking that opening, you quickly whoop through to the other side.
Yeet.
All right.
Mika just hears Tomas like give a little laugh and be like, bitch.
Yeah, it's like I could have sworn that battle wasn't there a second ago, but either way. So for action 3, let me just see if I can get there. 55 feet of movement. Yeah. So 110 feet of movement. Okay, pretty easily actually. She's gonna winding flow to take a step back and then get to backwards to about like right here-ish. And then she's gonna grab her cat charm and just be like, Sarah, go get Mika up here, will ya? And cast it up and then bring her step out.
All right. So, you're activating it on Mika.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
So, uh, Mika and Tomas, what you witness is you see something. You see almost like an apparition of Lana appear in the air, almost similar to the orchestra around the room, and just catch the cat trinket that Lana tossed and sprint around the corner and say, "Nice to finally meet you." And she tosses the cat trinket over to you and then dissipates. And you feel a rush of energy over you. You are allowed to, as a single action, is it step and stride or stride twice?
It's 2 of step or stride. So
Yep.
yeah.
You essentially, Lana essentially gave you the ability to key rush on your turn.
Oh, okay.
Yep. So
Tomas
that'll
is
help
like-
you get into position.
Tomas is
Thank
like,
you, Lana.
All right. End of your
Okay.
turn. That's the end of your turn, Lana.
Yes, that's all 4 of her actions.
All right. Miki, you're up. Tomas, you're on deck.
All right. My feet doesn't show it. How close do I have to be to cast the ember, the essence?
30. Is it 30 or 60
I
feet?
don't. I don't remember which one it is, and there's no details on the essence feet anymore.
Let me check real quick. Leo, please.
My feet are all jacked up for some reason.
Weird. Oh, interesting. We'll say 60 feet for now.
Okay.
I'll have to recheck afterwards.
Okay. All right. So I'm hasted, and I have a trinket I can use.
Yep.
Okay. Shit, that's way more stuff than I normally have to try and figure out what to do with.
Yeah, it's a lot.
All right. You're just gonna be like, all right, so crack this thing, I guess, and see what it does, because she's not entirely sure.
Yep.
Gets the
So as you go to put pressure on it, it doesn't crack, but you do feel an essence flow over on you, and you can move up to twice your speed as a single action.
do that and go basically zoomies. So,
Take that, please. That's very important. Me and Sarah are like spiritually connected through that.
Oh,
It's
can
my.
you not
It's,
move your token?
I did one. It let me move one square, and now I can't move it again.
All right, let me know where you want to go. I'll move you. I'll put Mika 2.
Okay.
We'll deploy Mika Mach 2 somewhere.
I was heading for there.
All right.
Um,
And this is an overhang right here, so you can dash under it.
okay, I was actually gonna do a halt here and pocket that thing if I have to hear Lana. I'm actually gonna cast. Let's see here. I don't actually. There it is. Hit the ember here. I'm actually gonna throw it onto. Uh, shit. I was gonna throw it on the wolf, but actually I'll just throw it on myself. So that's one action. 1, 2.
You have 3 because you're hasted.
Yeah, no, I mean that's 3 actions I've used so far, and so I have one more. Correct? The one.
Yes, I believe so.
Okay, so I have one more. Alright, screw it. Can't dash into it just yet. Be going rage.
All right, all right, all right. So feel free to throw rage on yourself. And then
Try
you should
it
be good.
too. That didn't actually use it.
So see that effect rage? Grab that and drag it onto the star tab of your character sheet. There you go.
Ah, got it. Alright. And I checked the box for my essence, so I should be good there.
You should be good then.
Hopefully.
All right, Tomas, you're up.
Okay. Okay. So I'm gonna start with. Tomas is gonna shimmy his butt right there.
Mhm.
He's gonna target Badar,
Yep, yep.
and he's gonna get like a very devilish grin on his face, raise his bow, point it at Badar, and be like, "You first." And he's going to swear an oath to kill a man.
Could just
Oh my.
kill a man.
That's 3 actions, and then
Good old oath bow.
yeah, good old oath bow. I'm gonna take a hunting shot, and my
Alright.
first one is at
Disadvantage.
disadvantage. So 37.
What does the hunted effect do specifically?
It lowers my multiple attack penalty.
I meant the oath bow.
Oh, the oath bow. I get +2 circumstance to survival checks to track him, and I deal an extra 1d6 for the next 7 days.
Then unfortunately that first attack misses, sorry.
Okay. 42.
That's a hit.
I just have to roll a separate 1d6 then for that, right?
Yep.
That's a d6.
28 damage. So you dig a arrow like right over Wolf as he's slumped down a bit and picking himself back up into Badar's shoulder, and he just looks down at it and up at you. And just smiles a little bit in your direction before he just turns back to getting ready to stab Wolf again.
Okay, and then my last bit, Maya's gonna go right there.
Okie dokie. All right. Next up, Reeves.
Yes.
You hear the sound of something cracking, uh, and suddenly to the northwest of you, something punches through the floor, and you just see a man drop through the ceiling behind you. As this fucking nearly 6.5, maybe 7 foot tall man, dressed in nothing but leather armor and furs, drops from the ceiling, wielding two axes made of pure ice.
There's the white dragon.
Oh boy.
You were right,
I
Sam.
literally-
Sorry.
I literally just texted Chris. I'm like, earlier was like, I'm like, where's that white ancient dragon? There's something wrong there, and I just messaged her. I'm like, I found it.
Yeah, I misheard. I thought that was. I'm like, oh no, I think that was. Fuck.
What a fucking infinity, Chad.
Wow.
So they drop down and hit the ground and brush themselves off a little bit and look around and say, "Hey, little fella, want to play?"
No.
He just cocks his head a bit at that, like shame, and whips a fucking axe at you. Just makes a
Oh,
running start.
no.
Is
Christ.
it bad that he's attractive?
Stop ogling my evil sibling.
No, but look at him.
You.
Do I have cover at all from this machinery?
Yes, you will have cover from this.
You're small.
All right. You dodge it, and luckily you drained the pipes as this axe just you duck just in time as the axe just tears clean through a pipe on the other side, and you just see shattered glass behind you and an ice axe in the floor as he just reaches his hand out and just forms another one real quick.
Oh, I like this guy.
Guess I was incorrect about them giving a shit about the machinery.
He is an fun OOC fact. White dragons are stupid feral motherfuckers.
Oh, okay.
Yes, they are the barbarians of the dragons.
He's just
Which is a-
looking at you with his smile reminds you of Zara. That fills you with a little bit of fear.
Oh, it does. Oh, it does.
Reeves, you're up.
Lot of help.
I'll bank up that way as soon as I can. Sarah, back over here, please.
We.
Can
she has that
I?
effect for a minute, right? Yeah.
Yep.
What do I need
Okay.
to do to get like a quick assessment over on the tank that's overflowing?
Give me a perception check, and I'll let you do like a quick glance in that direction.
Okay. Reeves does not know anything apparently.
Aww.
As this
I mean, to be
giant
fair.
7 foot man is sprinting at you, you're like, I don't know if it's safe to look away.
Okay. I need to know if I want
I'll let
Reeves
you
to
spend an
find out.
action if you want to find that out.
Yeah. Reeves wants to find out if there's any way he can like restore or like um restore the failsafe or do whatever he needs to do to stop the tank from overflowing.
It looks like a gauge that had shattered. You might be able to quickly slap something together with crafting. Otherwise, the only way would be to reinstate the drainage to the back or to block the intake, from what you can see.
How long do you think it would take with crafting?
Depends on your role.
Okay, he's going to. So where does he need to go to do that?
That would be over here.
All right. He will use a move action to go over there. Oh, it did the thing on me.
Damn it. All right. Yep. Yeah, I'll put you right where you want to be.
Why are my tokens the only one that haven't broken?
luck. Gremlin.
Don't worry, we'll get there. All right. You can see the top of the liquid beginning to frost slightly, but it seems to be filling in too quickly to freeze over. What would you like to do?
Uh, he's going to he's going to reach in for like some spare snare parts, and with skeleton key, he's going to try and just like put something together to just sort of like reactivate the failsafe.
Yep. Give me a crafting check.
37.
Yeah, I like that. So, um, you try fiddling with it for a bit, and it doesn't look like it would be repairable with the materials you have on hand. But as you get a quick look at it, um, you get a rough rudimentary idea of how it works. And if you use your last action, you should be able to force it into an on state rather than an off state, but you won't be able to turn it back off. So it would
Um,
essentially stop the flow of liquid coming into the room.
all right, I guess Reeves uses his turn to prevent the thing from overflowing and being used against his friends.
Yep, so you quickly get the angle right and just jam skeleton key into there and force the latch back into an active state, and you slowly see the water flowing in stop. And as you pull your hand out, um, just before the liquid begins to reach the sensor, um, and begins to rapidly ice over. All right, back at the top of the turn order with the jester.
Jester
All right.
gets concealment. You're welcome.
Yeah. So, he is going to dance around a bit. Let's go. Do. So you see a couple of gestures scatter about in various directions as she makes bite attacks on several of them before he lands and makes a series of upswings. And you hear the music tick up in pace. Is all of you. Boo.
Are we hasted too now?
No,
Oh.
but you are inspired defense too.
Ooh.
Hell yeah.
All right. He's doing his best. All right. Wolf, you are up.
I was going to be very afraid.
God damn it, it was muted. Frightened. I can use intimidation to frighten things, right? For a chance to.
Yes.
Hey.
You have to make an intimidation check against their will save. Oh, against their will DC.
Let's have some fun. I'm gonna attempt
Yeah.
intimidation against Pain Man.
All right. It is a good effort, but unfortunately, he appears unfazed by your attempt. Apparently, a man by the nickname of the Tyrant is a bit harder to scare than your average man. He has a really fucking high DC. That does not count towards map, though, so good try. You are still at max swinging potential for whatever you would like.
I am going to power attack.
Alright, give it to me. Is your AC, sir? Unfortunately, that is a miss.
What the fuck? Oh, I only rolled a 7. Wait, I got a... What the...
Yeah, you get a passive plus 30. You're a fucking fighter.
Holy shit.
I
What are you
think
saying?
I would like to stack the deck because I think it'd be funny if Wolf hit.
Alright, roll the hit again.
times can you do that, Sam?
As long as I don't have disadvantage, I can use it.
Wait, what?
So it gives me disadvantage. So like I
Yeah.
can't use it again until I roll something. So basically, once per turn.
Oh.
Wait,
Yeah.
Oh.
What did you just? You say you rolled the deck? Is that what you said?
I stacked the
Stack the
deck.
deck.
Oh, that's really cool.
Tomas literally just swears at people and says, "Go fuck yourself."
And then tugs on the strings of fate.
Yeah.
It's a cool
Because
aesthetic. I like that.
what's Tomas if he's not fucking with reality? Roll me damage.
Yeah.
Oh,
Nice, nice.
no, that's a power attack. Why is it so? It's so low.
You rolled a 1 and a 4 on 2 of the dice, unfortunately.
Ow.
But if you look at the effect of your blood weapon,
Wait, does it have non-effects if they're effects if they're not frightened? Wait.
upon ending your turn, you regain HP equal to the highest single dice value rolled during that turn using this weapon. So you will gain 10 HP back at the end of your turn. And you have 1 action left. What would you like to do?
Hey, I'm gonna battle medicine myself.
All right. Roll me that medicine check. What DC are you shooting for?
Expert.
All right. We take those.
I forget how to do this.
A medicine check is it's going to be 2d8 plus 10.
Ah. Oh.
Nice. All right. All right. Now I'll apply those both to you. All right. So Wolf gets back 26 HP as he patches himself up, and you see some of your wounds begin to mend.
Hey Matt.
All right. What's up?
I keep forgetting this when I use my hunt prey that I can double or shared.
Yeah.
Can I share it with Wolf real quick? It wouldn't affect this round because he only attacked once, but
Yeah. So your multiple attack penalty is not as severe for future turns, by the way, Wolf. It's only -3 and then -6 instead of -5, -10.
Oh.
yeah,
Oh
All right.
shit.
yeah,
Tiamat is now up.
Thanks, Boop.
no problem, BB.
So, the temperature in the room begins to plummet as she does a sweeping breath attack trying to chase down the jester. I need everybody to make me a constitution, a fortitude saving throw.
Me and
This
Tomas as
count.
well, and Reeves. How
Did
far
I
did it
hear
cover?
like that?
Everyone.
Okay. What did you say? Fortitude?
Yep.
Sorry, but background noise.
Oh wait,
I am hero pointing mine.
I accidentally rolled 3 times, but my lowest was the same.
Wolf, Mika, you take no damage.
Hey.
What is Tomas's? 35?
Yeah.
You take no damage.
Does this count as me not having disadvantage anymore?
We did take the lowest of 3 rolls, technically. So, yes.
Yes. Okay.
Lana, you will take normal damage from this. Reeves, you take half damage from this.
Ooh, that save must be high.
Yeah, it's because you don't have a critical success from normal successes like half the other people.
Yeah.
Uh, So Lana, you take 10 cold damage, and Reeves, you take 5 cold damage. Yeah. It's not a breath weapon; it's just ambient damage that you're taking.
Hmm.
Did you mean to move Reese into the bubble?
No.
All right. And then T-Mat's going to continue to try to beat the Jester's ass. You guys notice the Jester's right hand? It's almost like his gloves and skin are beginning to peel back away and like turn to dust as his hand is turning into golden light.
Ooh.
Fancy.
All right, Reese, you're up.
I'm broken again.
Aren't
I
we
tried to
all?
move back.
How the fuck?
I don't know.
Do we just like refresh Foundry or something?
It would have to be me refreshing it.
Gotcha.
That doesn't fix it.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's some issue with the application itself. We're gonna say you're over here.
Yeah, I
Alright.
just was needed to be one square over because that's where I started.
Alright.
Oh, well, here was where I was. There you go. Okay. No, wait. Buffering? Huh?
I thought you were thinking like, well, no, wait, I was one other square.
I was because
Don't
I had
worry
it
about
planned
it.
out. Okay. Had it planned out. Okay. So first action, I'm gonna do Inspire Courage.
Yep.
And then I was going to step to here using that because I remember I measured it out in my brain.
Okay.
Okay, I can move. I was so scared.
Yep.
And then I'm going to cast. Let's see here. Everybody's too spread out for that, so I'm gonna cast Soothe at 6th level.
All right.
We'll see if this auto heightens it or not. Yeah, it does.
Dang.
So you get 63 points of HP, and you have protection from mental effects.
Holy shit.
Congrats on your HP.
The scariest thing is that doesn't put Wolf back to full HP.
I know.
I have so much. I like how everyone earlier, when you hit me for 80, was like, holy shit. I'm just like, what happened? I don't
And
feel
I'm
It's
it.
only
gonna
like a third of my HP. It's fine.
I'm gonna step twice because I should have
Oh,
one more action. Yeah.
spicy boy.
I'm gonna try and stab this motherfucker.
All right, go for it.
Congrats on your flanking, Wolf.
Thank you. I really appreciate it.
No. I
He
did
doesn't
my
even
best,
look
man.
back. He just flips his fucking sheath behind him to parry your blow.
Oh my god.
Nathan,
I both love and hate this guy. What's up?
I need you to understand that 82 HP is literally half my health.
It's more
Oh
than
my
half my
god.
health. It's more than half my health. Even in dragon form, it's more than half my health.
Why'd you make all Reese's siblings cool?
Because they're
Because
dragons.
Reese is cool, okay? It runs in the family.
Oh, he doesn't have draconic. Interesting. Okay, so let's do it this way. He is going to quickly brandish his weapon and make a. He's going to run his blade across the palm of his hand, and you see this green viscous liquid appear on the edge of the blade from his cut as he goes to drive it into your chest.
Wolves or Reese's?
Wolves.
Okay.
Oh god. First one. 39 to hit you, Wolf.
Yeah.
All right. He is going to heal 37 damage, and you hear a sizzling as the acid from his blade sticks to you. And you are now taking 2d6 acid damage per turn. And then he is going to turn and quickly rake at you with his other hand, Reese.
Bitch.
33 to hit.
Misses.
Okay.
This is a god.
I'm not a god. What?
Do bars just start to like ramp up like crazy during these levels? 'Cause it seems like Reese is getting kind of gross.
Mages start really shitty and ramp towards the end.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Let's do this. And then, taking advantage of you dodging back and following his hand for a second, he quickly tosses the cane up and strikes at you with his other hand before catching the blade again.
Ow.
You take 29 slashing damage.
Gee.
All right. Next up is his sister, who is going to continue hunting her quarry. She is going to hunt target Lana. Sprint over, and another flurry.
Again. Oh, that's right. You still can't talk. Man, you're a really boring adversary.
All right. You parry two of her strikes, and then the last one, she spins back for a second, kicks off the nearby tank, and slashes at you from an unexpected angle, hitting you for 25 slashing damage.
Ouchie, ouch.
Uh, excuse me. All right. Oh, right. Lana, Wolf, Reese, all of you roll me will saving throws.
No.
I forgot about the fun part of dragons.
God
presents.
fucking damn it, Lana. Roll above a fucking... Ugh. Whatever. I don't care anymore. Just fuck me up,
You
Dan.
are only fright. Oh no, wait, you get crit saves. All right, Lana, you're fine.
Oh, okay.
Reese, I think is not fine. Oh, same for Wolf. Let me double check that. Yeah, you guys are both frightened too.
Oh.
As he's fucking styling on you, they're like, "This isn't good."
What was the DC for that? Because Reese and I are only 2 apart.
Hers is lower than his.
Ah, okay, right.
All right. Next up is Lana, and then Mika, you're on deck.
Wait, doesn't Inspire Courage give us a buff to our saves too?
Inspire Defense does. It's counted for. You can see
Oh.
the Inspire Defense
Yeah.
+2 at the end of your tags.
Alright.
I thought Inspire Courage specifically did it for fear effects. That's why I was asking.
Alright. So, Lana, having been attacked for the second time, will just kind of... She'll reach up and just kind of, like, pop her neck, and she's like, alright, well... I'm not shaking you, so let's do this thing. And she is going to start...
Does.
Eh?
Inspire Courage also gives +1 to saves against fear.
I think it would only take the
It's
top,
overwritten by Defense, because Defense is a higher status bonus.
Okay, thank you. Sorry.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, she's just gonna do a normal ass pair of swings with Dawnblade with her flurry.
All right.
34 and 38.
2 hits.
Okay. And a fort save.
Natural 20. So.
Yeah, maybe someday.
Aw.
Yeah, it's harder on big boys.
Yeah.
Right.
With action number 2, she'll. We'll just throw one more swing in there for fun. Why the fuck not? 33.
Just misses, unfortunately.
All right. Action number 3, she will winding flow and then go 5, 10, or yeah, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55. Nope, 55. That's right. And she'll just kind of be like, all right, let's see if you can run the whole way. And for her 4th action, oh right, she has that. I should use that next time. For her 4th action, I'm just looking through my stuff. Do I have? No, still just a master at that. La 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 la. For her 4th action, she'll just pop shield on herself.
All right. All right. And where is Sarah going?
Sarah is still with Mika, so.
All right.
Oh, okay. I thought she vanished. So.
Nope.
Nope.
She's around for a whole minute.
Sarah, help
Yep.
me.
She can't get there? Actually, no, she'll come to me. Yeah. Wait, can she get there? Oh! No, 110 feet. So she'll just come back to Lana.
Yep.
And then next turn she'll pop over to Reebs.
All right. Mika, you are up then. Oh wait, Lana, did you have one? No, you popped the shield. All right.
Nope.
Mika,
Yep.
you're up. Tomas, you're on deck.
Okay. do- So you said these thingies here are actually off the ground, so I can get under them.
Yep, you can get underneath them.
I am short. All right. Yeah, we're gonna join this pool party over here. We're gonna go here with a sudden charge.
All
So,
right, give me that swing.
if I can find my damn actions. All right. Gonna try for one swing.
Reroll.
Unfortunately, not a hit.
Okay.
Can I have Mika reroll that?
You already are at disadvantage. Oh no, wait, you fucking popped it.
I saved the saving
All right,
throw.
yeah, Mika, you can reroll that.
Okie doke.
That is a crit.
Ooh, does my effect take effect now?
Yes, it does. Who would you like to pass the effect on to?
I'm gonna give it to Wolf.
Did you say Wolf?
Yes.
Hey, Wolf, can you do me a favor? See that
Yes.
essence of the first forge toggle in your weapon?
Do you want me to just keep it on?
Toggle that on for me.
Oh, okay.
Alright, and you knock Badar prone. He seems very upset about that.
Here, I need to actually roll the damage for that. Chunk.
Are we seeing everyone's new toys?
Yeah.
I already used mine for us to escape.
Mika's arms are glowing pretty bright now, and so are Wolf's.
Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah.
We're gonna spread some
Wolf,
fire.
do you have any tattoos on your arms?
Was Wolf?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wolf, you see from underneath the gaps in your armor, your arms up to about the wrist are glowing, and then it just trails and fades away up the tattoos of your arms. So it's like a molten silver color.
Oh, what a
All
sick
right.
image.
What would you like to do with your next action, Mika?
Um,
think you have two left.
two left. Yes. Trying to figure if I want to. I'm gonna get messed up if I chase the fast one. I'm just gonna keep smacking this guy on the ground.
All right, all right.
I'll do one more hit. I forgot the certain strike, but I'll do certain strike for the third.
That was a miss,
Yeah,
unfortunately.
I knew that was a miss. So yeah, final hit I'll do the certain strike for. And yep, that was. So
I think certain strike only applies on failure,
that's what
unfortunately.
that's what I mean. Is my fourth hit is like I can use it as my fourth action.
What I'm saying is there's failure and there's critical
Ah,
failure.
gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just says failure. So all right.
Yeah,
So
so
yep,
unfortunately, a natural one is a critical failure in this case, so not even certain strike applies.
extra holes in the floor. All right, we're good.
Yep. It gives you more of a range that you can deal damage in, essentially.
Yeah.
All right. Next up is Tomas, and then Torstad is on deck.
Okay.
Oh.
And what?
Tomas is going to wiggle his butt a little bit closer, I think. I'm at
Hey,
broken
there
now.
we go. Talk shit.
Listen. I wanted to join the broken club.
There's something about the bottom of this map.
It happened to Reeves too.
Yeah.
Huh.
Maya's also broken.
Where do you want her to go?
Right here, just 35 forward. Um, I'm gonna use Warden's Boon on Mika.
All right.
So Mika,
Wow.
you're at -3, -6
Oh,
map. And then I'm gonna do a hunted shot.
All right.
So 44 on the first, and then a 42 on the second.
2 hits.
Oh, wait, subtract 3 from the second one. I forgot.
Still hits.
Okay. And then I'm just gonna use my last action for another hit.
All right. Still hits. So 3 hits.
And then 3d6.
A good flurry of arrows into Vidar, who seems to be getting a bit injured.
And that is my turn.
All right. Torsat is up. So he's going to head this way. See the approaching uh, fighter and just laugh and say, "Oh, look, another one's come to play," and just whip an axe in your direction as he continues to charge at Reeves. That is going to be a 42 to hit.
I mean, yeah. Um, yeah. Feels bad, man.
Feel bad, man.
Hey, when you learn what he's another ancient dragon. He's pretty good at this. Uh, another whittle. And then he is going to leap in the air and dive at you with both axes in his hands, Reeves.
I don't like that.
All right, all right, all right.
Question though, it doesn't matter this time, but does Lana's gauntlets stack with shield, or is it still just the one AC?
Uh, if they are different bonuses, different
Uh,
bonus types, they would stack.
I don't think we specified what type Lana's gauntlets are.
I will have to look what items normally give for that then.
Yeah.
Most likely a statum or an item bonus. I'm not sure which.
Okay.
Probably a status, considering armor gives item bonus. He swings at you. Luckily, I think that's a miss. Yeah. So, being thrown off balance by his strike on Lana, he goes to swing on you and cleaves about a foot into the tank and pipe on either side of you. Luckily, there is nothing currently flowing to the back anymore, or that would be a problem with it exploding rather than trickling into the pipework underneath it as he just turns at you and swings at your head that you barely duck under and scuttle around a bit. All right. Reeves, you're up. You have a very large man on your face.
I don't like the fact that I have a very large man in my face.
That's rough, buddy.
Let's see. Okay. Firing close range, that likely provokes attacks of opportunity, right?
Correct. Ranged attacks at point blank range provoke attack of opportunity.
Okay. Um, so if I take a 5 foot step and then move, is that kosher?
As long as he doesn't have reach.
Okay. I think Reeves is going to take a 5 foot step, assuming he can like walk around this clockwork.
Yeah, you can slip underneath it at your size.
And I'm broken again.
All right, where do you want to go?
5 foot step south, immediately south. And he'll unload 2 bolts with shadow tap into the guy.
All right, give me rolls.
Where are my actions? There they are. 34 and 38.
38 hits.
Cool.
Oh wait, 34 hits with flanking. Forgot
Oh,
about that.
oh, nice. So double damage.
All right, all right, all right. Jesus. Why is your sneak attack applying twice?
It did?
Yeah, sneak attack showing up twice on you. Is it on your feature list twice?
Oh. Wait.
Yeah, I see it actually.
Yep, sneak attack's on your list twice.
Oh, that's weird.
It might have doubled some of your stuff when I re-added your class back.
It did that
Oh.
to Tomas. It doubled all of his stuff.
I am sorry. Could you roll that damage again for me?
Oh, did you fix it?
Yep.
Okay.
There we go. All right.
I have some doubles too now that I
I
look.
was like, Reeves does good damage. I don't know if he does that good of damage. But 60 damage is a good hit.
Okay.
He seems to laugh at that. He's having a good time.
The northern
Well, I'm glad one
law.
of us is having fun. I'm gonna go away. Reeves will try to move over here back to Lana.
Yep. Alright. Anything else?
That's my whole turn.
Alright. So, it is midnight. I want to check with people. Are people good to go another round, or do people need to head to bed for any reason?
I'm
I
good
don't
to
work
go.
tomorrow.
Feed me.
Feed
I'm
me.
good.
I can go another round, I think.
And you good, Wolf?
Yeah.
All right. Top of the turn order then with the Jester, who is going to keep fucking with Tiamat. So, another round of him and Tiamat trading blows as he dances about. Again, let's aim this direction. All right, Wolf, you are up.
Well. Um,
Reese, you're on deck, by the way.
gotta do a power attack. There's too much modifiers going on.
That is entirely up to you.
Fuck.
Yes, unfortunately, that does not hit.
Yes, I will do normal hit. So weed minus that'd be a 29 then technically. Is that the idea?
Oh, does power attack count twice? Yes, that'd be a 29 to hit, which is unfortunately still a miss.
In that case, Wolf will activate his amulet.
Oh, the good old Gorlag trinket.
Yeah.
All right. All of you get a +1 to hits and damage within the radius.
Get him, Mika.
All right. Anything else? I think that was all 4.
Yeah, that's over.
All right. Uh. All right. Next up in the turn order, Tiamat is a bitch. Are you doing Phantasmal Killer?
I accidentally clicked it. I'm sorry.
It's all good. Tiamat is going to continue raging back and forth with the gesture, and you can see that his entire glove up to the wrist has disappeared at this point. All right. Reese, it is your turn.
Sweet. I need to check something real quick.
Oh, it auto does that now. Nice.
Hmm?
It auto does persistent damage when people's turns end.
Oh, did it do it for Tiamat? Is Tiamat even taking damage from that stuff? Who knows?
Not enough to worry about.
Yeah, I didn't think so. I'm going to cast Inspire Courage. See if the fucker hits me. No? Okay. I'm
I
gonna
think
step twice.
Inspire Courage is just verbal.
Yeah, but something has whacked me for singing before. So
Fair. I think
apparently.
that had a different trigger.
Yeah. And I'm gonna step up here. And yeah, now I'm going to cast Phantasmal Killer on the icy boy up there.
Yep.
Oh, I accidentally put myself next to the green dragon. Oh well, I can't see her. It's fine. Yeah, I don't know why it rolled damage for it. I didn't click it, so. Woo.
He failed it.
Nice.
That is an interesting result he took.
He failed it. Oh no. So I'm casting it at
no.
7th level. So it's 51 mental damage. And he's frightened too.
That's a lot of damage.
We did say that the white dragons were the dumb ones.
That's fair. That's
You
valid.
see him like swiping at the air and cutting through things as he laughs a bit, but you see his pupils dilated. It's almost like a nervous laugh, but still not exactly something you want to be near.
She's like, cool. And then finally sees the green dragon and goes, fuck, cool. Gonna scoot back here. Using my step action.
Mm-hmm.
Go, cool.
Reese decides it's safer being next to the ancient black one.
Yeah, because I'm not alone and I'm providing flanking here. And I'm going to use my last action instead of stabbing to let Wolf use his reaction to attack again right now.
Roll me a swing, Wolf.
Is it just a normal one?
Yep, normal, no penalty. That's a crit.
Man, you
Hey.
motherfucker.
You're welcome.
Thanks.
Mika, do you want to give it to Reese or Wolf?
That's a good. Hang on a second. So, so actually, Wolf gets to pick someone within 30
Oh.
feet to apply it to, the way we talked about it.
Oh, okay, so it only Reese. Wolf, you get the instinctive urge you could pass along this fire blessing to somebody else within 30 feet of you. Reese
boy
is the only
Reese.
valid target.
My boy Reese.
So Reese, once again, hands are molten silver, and the tattoos up to your forearms are now like glowing that color as well.
What does that do?
Toggle on Essence of the First Flame.
I did.
Or First Forge.
You get an extra
It just
damage
boosts
die.
your damage for melee.
That implies that I can hit.
Oh, wait.
Yeah, we do what we can.
Never know.
Roll me damage, by the way, Wolf. Jesus!
Nice.
Why would I hit when I can give Wolf a hit?
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Fucking Christ. Okay. And Wolf recovers 12 HP because he's Wolf.
Hashtag just wolf things.
Yep. Alright. So, Badar is going to stand up. Wait.
That's right. He's been flat this on this, hasn't he?
Badar is not going to stand up because that triggers an action. Let me check something real quick.
I do have attack of opportunity.
Okay, all of us.
Wolf doesn't currently because he used
All right,
his
but yeah.
reaction.
Did you poison my acid me? Oh, you did, I think.
Yeah, you had acid.
Yep. So he's gonna look around at all of you and say, "How quaint," and just the floor drops out beneath him for a second as he lands over here from a dimension door on his feet.
Oh my god.
Reese just watches him go and is like, I'm disappointed.
I want to kill him so bad.
Wait.
So better yet, no, he's going to appear here from a dimension door on his feet.
Say which one's
Where
the
is he?
actual you? Because we've got a lot of X'd out tokens right now.
Yep, this
He's
one's
diagonal
for
from
real
me.
Nothing personal,
and
kid.
he's going to look in your direction, cock his eyes at you, and then puff his chest.
Did he use an auditory effect or a
He
manipulate action?
He used a verbal action, which is auditory.
That triggers my attack of opportunity.
Go for it.
Before he fucking clocks me. Boo. Okay.
Missed. He just dodges his head aside as he breathes his chest out. And Mika and Reese, I need you both to make me a reflex saving throw.
Oh god, it's
Okay.
the line of acid.
Reflex.
Oh god.
Probably not gonna
Oh
go well.
god.
Yeah.
So
High
this
five.
is gonna suck ass.
Yeah.
You both just critically failed.
Oh,
Ooh,
good.
wait. I have a hero point. I'm gonna use that. Oh my god!
Fuck it. Yeah, I'll use my hero point.
Hey,
Just to
Ugh.
see.
Huh?
Worse.
Oh my god.
Although I've got,
Christ.
I thought I had something where I crit failed certain things, but that probably is not
What's
one
up,
of them.
Sam?
Oh god.
Um, I only have one reaction, guys.
Hang on a minute. I'm looking in your.
Re-roll again.
Okay. Thank you.
That was good idea. Good choice.
Reese is squishier and injured.
I only have 94 HP right now.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. That was good. That was good. Oh no, if I rolled successes, it becomes critical. That's not failures. So okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, here we go.
Owie.
Oh.
Yep.
Oh,
That sucks a little bit. This doesn't
Ooh.
technically count as physical damage, does it? This is acid.
No, it is acid damage.
Okay.
oh my god. But look at the rolls on that. Look how lucky you got. That's a lot of
Ow!
ones.
Oh.
There goes half my life. Fuck.
That would have knocked me unconscious. Like, I would be gone.
Mhm.
Holy shit.
Would have taken me out.
And then he just twirls the sword around his hand and re-enters a combat stance. All right. Next up is Tala. How unfortunate. So range on this. Yeah, that works. So Reeves, as you're like, oh thank God Lana's here to save me, you just see this blur of somebody appearing out of the corner of your eye before they just start fucking slashing the shit out of you.
It's like, wow, Lana, I was close. Ah!
Oh yeah, she's been following me around the whole fight.
I've made a tactical error.
Like, I mean, you wanted me to come help you, and I came to help, but I brought a friend.
Uh, that first hit is a crit, my dude.
That was a 47? Above a 47?
Christ.
Okay.
No.
That's what a natural 19 will do on a dragon.
Well, fuck me up, fam.
Here we go. It's the only one that landed, at least.
Yeah. Yeah.
As the caught off guard, you don't have time to parry as a blade runs itself across your arm and up your cheek, and it doesn't seem that deep at first before a horrific burning sensation rushes across from the wound as they lick the blade again to reapply this thin, almost watery green liquid across the edge of the blade, and you see some of the flesh near the impact starting to already turn black and bruised.
Goodness.
We poison dragons.
Yeah, Reeves is not having a good time.
Lana, you're up. Mika, you're on deck.
Wait, is Vidar the black dragon? Is that
I think
what
I
I
just
heard?
clicked end turn.
Yeah.
Oh wait.
Yeah.
I just clicked end turn.
You're
just
fine.
right off the bat. So.
Yeah.
Thank you. All right. So Lana's just gonna like put on this like, just kind of frustrated face and be like, Sarah, get Reeves out of here.
No, let me stay.
Okay. Oh, all right. Sure. Well, she'll just be like, all right. Well, never mind then. Stick with me. And then, action one. She'll just. Can't attack diagonally. Don't have flanking. Um.
You do have Sarah on you, so you could step with Key Rush.
Oh, true. Yes. So key. Yep. So Sarah's movement. The two just kind of move in tandem to just get Lana down here.
Mhm.
And then she's just gonna grip Dawnblade and give it 3 good swings. 2 are going to be pumped up with Key Strike, and the third is just going to be normal. So we'll see how it
Alright.
goes. Swing 1.
That's a hit. That's a miss, unfortunately.
Oh, that's not a crit?
Trying to remember math. Sorry, that is a crit with flanking.
Okay, great, because
Opportunity
Lana...
backstab.
Please, this
Oh,
is
yeah.
my attack.
I'm just declaring my thing.
Okay.
Alright,
Roll your
me your
dice.
damage.
Well, Lana also has a spell storing rune in her sword.
Ah, okay.
So she's gonna pop that, and she's gonna add a searing light onto her attack as Dawnblade just like erupts in white light when it connects.
Alright.
So sorry, that's non-crit damage.
Alright.
And
Do you have anything
then
that applies on crit only? Otherwise, I can just double that.
I don't think so.
Alright.
And then searing light will be that.
Right. And I
And
think that just applies the damage. It doesn't double it, right?
I would need to look at the rune, but that sounds fair. Cause, well, let me just check real quick. I haven't crit since I got this thing, so.
Yeah.
Oh, that's an action to do anyway, so okay. On your previous action, you hit and damage a creature. You unleash the sword spell, which uses the target of the triggering attack as the target of the spell. The result of your attack roll determines the success of the spell, so it is a crit.
Okay. Boop.
Yeah.
Opportune backstab.
Alright. Yep. There you go. Roll me that hit.
31 with flanking.
Just shy of hitting, unfortunately.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Okay.
What the hell? Why do I keep rolling low?
2 actions left, Lana.
1 action left. It takes an
Sorry,
action
right.
to trigger the spell storing rune, which I found out.
Hmm.
She'll just give it 1 more swing. Hit 1 more time. Mat -8. Maybe it'll be a 20. You never know. Nah, feels bad. Whatever.
Alright. Mika, you're up. Tomas, you're on deck.
Alrighty. Yes, thank you, Foundry. Okay. Alright.
Oh,
Got-
got rid of one of them.
I was gonna say, dang it. I guess I already know. Right. 2 seconds rereading a couple of these things. I just realized I forgot I had a reaction to help you out, Reese. And Foundry, stop. Yes, I know it's my turn. Thank you.
It's
Don't forget-
okay.
It's like 3 times it goes da done.
Don't forget you also have the lower map.
Oh,
All right. I am going to do. Let's see here. I gotta move up a spot to be able to battle medicine Reese, right?
yep.
Okay. I can't move myself, but I'm trying to move to there.
It's okay. I will hit. This is the price I paid for being able to move. Oh, nope, it moved. Okay, cool.
Yay. And yeah, I'll do a battle medicine on Reese.
Alright, what DC are you going for?
I'll just go for the 30 DC.
Alright. Cool. Give me that 2d8 plus 30.
Oh, because we're in combat, so that was 48.
I think that's if you crit.
Oh.
Unless there was some other effect. I forgot.
That's what I had written down. That's what I rolled earlier, was because a master is 48 plus 30. Because with the gloves, the base was.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, that works.
Yeah, it gets weirder if I crit.
Thank you.
And so let's see, that was move. move.
That's
and
really sad that that almost brings me up to full.
So that was a move and a battle medicine, and I've got 2 more. Um, how bad are they, you guys up there? Trying to gauge how you guys are doing up there. can't can't
We
quite
could be
get
better.
there.
Lana's pretty wingdinged, yeah.
Yeah.
But
So yeah, I'm gonna take my moves actually since I'm not in combat with Pretty Boy here. See if it lets me move. Nope, can't move. But yeah, that's where I was heading to, is up here to try and... I can't get to them this turn, but I'm going to get in close. Thank you. And I think that's the end of my turn. That's all 4.
Wait, why
Matt,
am I missing in the turn order?
I think Foundry's just being weird right now.
yeah.
Yeah, because I
Can't...
thought I went.
Matt, if you're talking, we can't hear you. I can't hear you, at least.
Yeah.
Okay.
I forgot I deleted your original token. I was trying to clean something off the board, and I forgot that's how it tracked it.
Oh, okay.
Because I think I was right after Mika, because I had a 34 also.
There you go. Alright, you're up.
Okay. Matt, I'm going to pull out my very nice shiny disintegrate arrow.
Yep.
And I'm going to shoot it at Batter.
Badar.
Badar.
Say
We're gonna turn the man to dust. At least pronounce his name right.
Am I allowed to hero point?
Yes, it would cancel
disadvantage.
out the disadvantage.
It still has a disadvantage though? Like, I roll it twice, or?
No, it
Okay.
cancels disadvantage and turns it into a normal dice roll.
So do you want me to roll again? Or just use the first one?
If you saw the first one and wanted to use your hero point, I will let you do it in this case.
I do want to do that.
Alright. How does a disintegrate arrow work? Just the disintegrate spell, I believe.
Yeah. It says that I deal 12d10 damage. The target must attempt a basic fortitude save. On a critical hit, treat the save result as 1 degree worse. A creature reduced to 0 HP is reduced to fine powder. Its gear remains.
Okay.
Um, so do I just still need to roll normal damage and then the spell damage?
Yeah.
And it's just a normal hit, right?
Yes.
And I'm guessing that the DC for the fortitude is my spell DC, which is 29.
Okay. Let us see. I am sorry, Sam.
That's okay. I didn't realize it was a fortitude save, but I'll still fucking take it.
He rolled a 48.
I had a feeling he's a fucking ancient dragon.
I appreciate the hustle though, trying to turn the man to ash.
Oh, I also forgot.
I mean, at least it wasn't a crit success, was it? Right? No, it was.
No.
Never
It
mind.
was.
I'm dumb. I can't do
He
math.
also gets that because I forgot my extra 1d6.
Yep. He
If-
is on the verge of collapse.
Fuck this guy. I'm going to hunted shot.
Miss,
Fuck
miss.
this guy. Hold on, that's 2 actions?
Yep.
38.
Just hits. Roll me that d6. How do you want to do it?
Um. While the disintegrate arrow goes straight for his chest, Tomas wants to kind of use like that distraction from it to hit him straight through one of his eyes.
Okay. So, as you parry one of the shots, you can see him getting slower and slower. And you see him take the disintegrate arrow, but you see the magic try to take hold for a second before he shrugs it off. And as he looks in your direction, you catch him with one final arrow. The arrow digging through his eye before he looks in your direction with grinned teeth before you see his consciousness begin to fade along with the lights in his eyes, and he collapses to the ground.
Tomas is just going to grin and be like, "Fuck you."
All right.
So that was 3 actions.
Uh,
Because I disintegrate arrow, hunted shot, 3rd shot or 4th shot.
yes, I believe so.
I'm gonna use my free move from Bestial Instincts to put my hunt prey on the green dragon.
Yep.
And then I'm gonna give Lana Warden's Boon.
All
So
right.
you're at, I don't remember what Lana's is. 1 second.
She's agile, so -2, -4, I think.
Yeah.
All right. Next up, now that I'm unmuted, the Northern Maw is going to weave around the stuff as 2 actions and then dual swing on you. Actually, rather, he's going to walk over and jump in the air, and I need Lana and Reeves to both make a reflex save because he's not a smart boy.
Okay. That's fine.
Uh,
Um. Actually, Matt.
yep.
When I move my hunt prey, does that change my shared prey target, or would I have to like reapply that, or does it stay as it is?
You reapply all the prey related stuff each time you change your prey.
Can I actually give Lana shared prey and Reeves Warden's Boon?
Sure.
What's that do for each of them?
You
Same
get
thing.
you get -2, -4, but it stays there. I don't have to do it every turn.
Oh,
Reeves, I have to reapply.
gotcha. Okay.
All right. So
Awesome, thank you.
Reeves, you avoid falling prone, but you do take a little damage as he shatters some of the stone around him with the impact of the landing. So you take
Jesus.
half damage. This fucking dumbass do it. He also fucking hits Tala with a little bit of the shrapnel as well.
Lol.
Get wrecked.
You just see her threaten him with the knife. And then for his final action, he is going to swing on you. 44 to hit. So as the 2 axes cleave into you, you feel a frigid chill rip through your body. And that is not a fun adventure that you're enjoying.
Oh boy.
All right. Reeves, you are up.
Reebs, caught between two dragons, is going to take a 5-foot step over here.
Yep.
And he is going to try and stab Tala with his bayonet.
Yep.
Oh my. Okay, strike 2.
It's
Um,
-3, -6.
I'm using the agile weapon right now.
Oh, it's -2, -4.
Okay, so +2 to this,
Uh,
43 with flanking.
I want to say that crits. Math
If
is
my
hard.
spellblade crit the other turn, then yeah, it did.
Oh, cool. Yeah. All right.
Which
Crit. Then.
means GG. There she goes.
I'm gonna activate my Pal Bunker.
Jesus Christ.
Yep. She's dead. Goodbye.
Roll me that damage.
Ooh.
So, do you mind if I take this one, Reeves?
Do it. Do it.
So, you see her go to parry. You see her like parry the attack open with the first strike, and seeing an opening, you quickly prep pile bunker and smash it into her side, and she winds back for a second and flips the dagger down to dig it into your back. And you're like, nah, bitch, and fucking activate it, and it just fucking smashes her into the tank over here, and you see it dent as she just collapses against the ground unconscious.
That's right.
All right, Reeves, what would you like to do with the remainder of your actions?
um. See. Um. I am going to I'm going to do this.
All right. You make preparations, so you now have 2 reactions ready.
Yep. I just see this guy coming. I see Mika behind me. I see Lana right next to me. It's just like, nope, I'm not running.
All right. Is that your turn?
That's my turn.
All right. So,
Actually, I have one left.
yeah, sure.
Don't
Feel
I?
free to use it.
Um. Uh. I'm guessing potion of quickness doesn't stack with the hasted
You
effect.
can only ever be hasted one.
Okay. Actually, in that case, that's my turn.
All right. So, back to the top of the turn order. Reese, between the effects of your shadow, you get a quick glance over in his direction as you get a little smug sense of satisfaction after Badar collapses, one eye less. And you look over towards the gesture, and you can see the effect has essentially glown completely up to his forearm before, as he makes a strike with the series of blades, you see him reach out and, at the height of the music, a snap of the finger. As everything grows increasingly quiet, and an odd sensation rushes over all of you as you feel everything grow distant and numb, and all the pain fades from your body for a moment. By my words, the binding on this mortal flesh recedes and brings an end to the suffering of my children. All that is wicked, all that is cruel, I cast aside. As the right hand of authority, I denounce your deeds and cast my judgment. Rest now in no peace. And as Tiamat lets out a cry to strike him, he waves his hand before him. and you see Tiamat's body begin to crack and glow from within. And as one of the heads rear back to strike, it never strings forward again, as its claws and limbs and head begins to turn to dust. With a howl of rage, she curses Brianna's name in Draconic. You cannot cast me aside, false mother. You will not take my children from me. I will not rest idly while they suffer and you cower in the heavens. They will know my love, and you cannot keep me from. She never finishes that sentence. For all that's left of her is a cloud of grains of light, slowly blinking into nothingness. And Reeves, as you see your allies rushing forward to prepare for the white dragon charging towards you, you see the glow in his eyes disappear as he goes to take a step forward, and like a giant tree felled, collapses, thud against the stone before you. And that's what the session.
Hell yeah.
Reese has not gotten to kill a single one of his siblings.
Yeah, it's Lana's had a little bit of a time too, but yeah.
It's okay. It's okay. I don't mind.
Good job. You survived the dragon fucking Igmok too.
Reese got to watch his mother disappear into dust, and he's pretty happy right now.
How's Reese feeling after that?
Good. Vindicated.
Spoof. See if Jester poofs too.
I got to use my power bunker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was
I
great.
appreciate you all for sticking in with that. As a quick note, there are two things that are important to know. First, the next session will be held on the 12th, and then I will make a gauge of people's availability towards for the 26th as we get closer to that, because that is Black Friday and a week after release. I want to see how everybody's doing. So session after the 12th will be either the 26th or the 3rd.
When is
Also, what's up?
When is Endwalker early access and all that?
19th.
19th.
Also, important thing that you might want to be aware of when we get back to next session, be level.
Oh, are we leveling up right
Yay.
now?
It's fucking
Uh,
12:45 at
Yeah.
night, my dude. Don't level up on this brain power.
Please
Brain
don't.
fine.
power.
I can't.
But I'm ADHD hyper focused.
Same. Except not
Fine.
ADHD.
Yeah, I gotta go to ghosts, but
Yeah, anybody that has to go to bed, feel free to go to bed.
Alright. I'll level up later.
Yeah, we'll
Yeah,
yeah.
just feel free to reach out to me at any point, and I will be happy to open up the session for you.
Heck
Hey.
yeah. I'll probably bother you probably tomorrow or something once I've looked at it.
I do have a quick question, Matt, so I don't have to ask
Yeah.
you next time. You mentioned Dread Wolf stuff, but where did you get that from? Is that in my character sheet now, or?
So, if you look at in your inventory, if you look at each of the forms of Moonfang, they now have a Blood Moon effect in the description.
Oh, okay. Alright.
When you're under Dreadwolf, you have the effect of Blood Moon.
Ah, okay. Sweet, perfect.
No
This
problem.
is an ability boost, isn't it?
Yeah. When we level you up,
It is.
we also have to get your missing class, archetype, and stuff feats for
Yeah.
you, Wolf. There were a couple of them that were missed when everything was a giant conglomerate mess at the bottom of your page before everything got cleaned up properly.
I may need some help cleaning mine up too, because mine were all categorized and now there's some doubles and it's a mess. So me.
Yeah, it's
That's
just from the stuff that you manually added got doubled up with me adding the automated level stuff. So
gotcha.
we can get that cleaned up for all of you before the next session. But
Wow.
congratulations. Next session will probably be a cleanup RP discussion prep session. I'll try to post the missions within the next week so you guys can start thinking about what you would like to do when we get to them.
Look at you. You even
You said-
balanced it, so I couldn't cheese it.
What?
So you can't just swap between.
So I can't go full moon, new moon,
regen.
get twice the healing. Yeah.
Yeah,
Look at you.
I have enough problems killing you. Okay.
8th level spells. Sorry.
Yeah.
Wee.
We're doing a bit of a rehaul of Reebs, so I'll wait till later.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we gotta rework Reeves. Let me make sure to fucking get rid of this shit before I forget.
I took 4 pages.